Yeah, we done came from the bottom, mad that we up, but I don't hear him talking. Started with knowledge inside of my noggin. We took a dream and then we started blogging. Put my city on the map now. I'ma say how it is and I don't back down. On the road to 100K, we finna act out. We gon' show them that we not just in the background. We the main event, we the main show. We the one that people always gon' pay for. FYF, we the best, no debate though. Number one sports channel, every angle. I'ma show them all how we ride. Best sports talk show, we not like them guys. We playing it safe while they feather the lines. We pushing the narrative all the time. Like who to go in the game is not MJ. Kobe Bryant top 10, not what we say. Hakeem Olajuwon is very overrated. Keep it real, if it ain't fact, we don't say it. Now stable, we won't be ignored. We number one, especially when coming to sports. FYF bringing the heat here, of course. Where everything backed up with actual source. Everything backed up with actual source.
Overrated, Kobe still a realist, top 10 all time. Now how they cut the line? Magic Johnson, Draymond Green, one in the same kind. Fuck your feelings, fast break, stop and pull a J. He got how many rings? Nothing else to say. With the team, live streaming, play by play. It's the dream, full steam on the road to 100K. FYF, blow the whistle, man, we too official. Better check the film, we not one of them. The greatest to ever ball above the rim. They wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Cut the small conversation, debate on major levels. This the playoffs, baby, bring that pressure, we never settle. Crossing spin, getting it in, I wanna win. That teamwork got us headed to the ship again. Started small, then turned into big dogs. They treat me like the GM, I just make the call. No matter who my op is, I'ma stand tall. Then pull up to the game, fresh like I just left the mall. 100K, 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 check the score. We gon' bust the shot clock, fans running to the floor. All I hear is go this and go that. Man, your team suck, hang it up like a coat rack. I love the game, I admit it, I can't quit it. Step in front of me, man, your ankles gon' get the business. Been a legend like Moses Malone, way ahead of my time. This the greatest sports show ever, I just had to remind. FYF, FYF, blow the whistle, man. We
FYF Sports, man. Smile, we back, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up today. Salute, man. I see y'all in the chat, man. Autism boy. Autism boy. Will you please stop spamming, bugging people about subbing to your channel, man? Come on, man. Stop it, man. You just blowing it up in the chat, man. Stop it. Come on the panel. Give your takes. Let people know who you are so they have a reason to go over to your channel, man. Come on, man. Don't just be sitting there just dry, just dry calling people, man. Come sub up, man. You got to come on the panel, man. Come on the panel, man. I know you're a mod, but geez, you ain't got to tell everybody to sub up, man. I don't even know if I've heard your voice. Salute to Jessica Anderson in the chat, man. Shout out FYF. Salute to Ricky E245. Knicks is back. Yeah, the Knicks. The Knicks is on one right now. Isaac Clark, I see you. Andrew. They hate Eli, man. I'm gonna let y'all start creeping in here today, man. We got a good one for you guys. Max said he was at the Celtics game yesterday. He said Celtics fans were mad at Tatum. Hey, man, look like at the end of the day, man. We got to get to the bottom of this, man. And I think I've kind of found what the hell is going on. Please, mods, if you see anybody spamming in the chat, please do your best to get them up out of here. Salute to our top donors of the channel, man. Y'all names on that banner, man. And make sure y'all get them likes up, man. Smash the like button. Get them likes up before we start cooking today. As y'all come in, smash the like button. Get them likes up. Likes are free. To support, obviously, you can support by hitting the super chat, pin to the top of the comment section if you really want to support. But if you really want to support and you don't want to have to pay anything, just hit the like button, support the channel, share the content, share it with a friend. You know, salute to Olo. Olo's one of those guys always sharing a video on Instagram. We had a lot of people come through in the super chats yesterday. You know, people like Sea Dog. Hitman X is always coming through in the Cash App. Muslim Mate, that dude Chris. Salute to everybody that's coming through supporting the channel, man. One Mike as well. Appreciate y'all, man. We got to cook on this, man. Obviously, as we saw it, man, the Boston Celtics did the improbable. I mean, that's the beauty of these playoffs. Anything can happen. And this is what I mean by, you remember when we had that conversation with Herm? Why your picks don't matter? Why picks are kind of meaningless? This is why picks don't matter. This is why picks don't matter. Because your picks can go into the garbage can just like that. And it's not that if you picked the Boston Celtics, you were wrong. And it's not that if you picked the New York Knicks, you are some type of basketball god and you had it all figured out. It's just the NBA playoffs, it's unpredictable. Sometimes guys is going to show up and show out. Other times guys ain't. And, you know, we just here to kind of talk about how these things start to unfold and what happens, man. But ultimately, the Knicks do the improbable. They give up another 20-point lead, massive 20-point lead, and allow Jalen Brunson to continue to look like the best player in this series. And I said this after game one. I said, do we just need to concede that Jalen Brunson is the best player in this series? He looked like the best player in this series. But the Boston Celtics, and, you know, a lot of people are going to try to point blame and say that this falls on Joe Mazzulla. A lot of people are going to try to point blame and say this falls on Jayson Tatum. A collapse this monumental, you guys, is on the entire team. 1 through 15 on the roster and the entire coaching staff. There is no one individual to particularly blame here. As much as y'all want to blame Tatum, Tatum is only playing within the system that Joe Mazzulla puts out there. For the last 2 years, people have criticized the Boston Celtic offense. For the last 2 years, people have said, look, man, y'all play way too free-flowing and y'all shoot way too many threes. I mean, it looks good when it's working, but will it ultimately catch up with you? And for the Boston Celtics, that play style is ultimately caught up with them. The threes that once was falling ain't falling. The stagnation in the offense and not having go-to sets late game is catching up with you. Poor execution because you rely too much on sheer talent is catching up with you. This is unfortunately, there's going to be one person that gets blamed when this is all said and done, because I do believe now that the Knicks will win this series. And if the Celtics can pull it off and come back, that's a hell of a comeback that they can pull off. But if the Knicks win this series, there's one person that's going to get the blame. That's Joe Mazzulla. Joe Mazzulla will get fired if they lose this series. There's no way you can go back into Boston and that man still has a job. Because I just think it's just evident late game, he struggled to get this team to execute. Late game, he has an inability. He doesn't know what to do to stifle the New York run. And then I think late game, I don't even know if he has a late game rotation that he actually trusts. And without Porzingis, they don't look like a very good team. So we're going to be talking about all of that today. We're going to be talking about the Boston Celtic game. Let me get to some of y'all comments in here before we get to the meat and bones of what we talking about. You know, come on. If you got a wrench, if you're a mod, make sure that you are getting the spammers up out of here, please. Make sure we get all spammers up out of here. That is always going to be much appreciated. Let me get my notes up. And what do y'all think about, they were saying that when Jayson Tatum went for that last shot, they were saying that Tatum yelled out Kobe as he was driving, like he was about to do something Kobe-esque. And what a way to go out, man. I told y'all, Mamba mentality. Mamba mentality gets you cut. Gets you kicked off of teams. It don't work. Mamba mentality will get you embarrassed.
Got it. I did just kick off a new team.
All right, y'all. Let me get my comments up here because StreamYard comments is going jacked up over here. I can't even see nothing. Make sure y'all hit that Cash App. Y'all see it in the chat, man. Support the channel. But when we look at Jayson Tatum and his fall, I think we have to start trying to identify what's responsible for Jayson Tatum just completely falling off the map, not looking like the potential superstar player that we all know he can be. Now, when I was sifting through and doing research on this and just looking up information about Jayson Tatum, there was one thing that was very consistent after the Game 2 performance. The one thing that was very consistent was that fans all across social media were all blaming one person and one person only for Jayson Tatum's failures. Fans were blaming LeBron James. Isn't that odd? I mean, it's crazy. Fans were blaming LeBron James. Right? LeBron James is out of the playoffs. Even if you look at the beginning of this stream, the very first comment in this stream was from somebody. Let me see if it's still there, if I can still see it. I don't even know if I can still see it anymore. Yeah, so the very first comment before we even went live was from G24Ds. He said, "You LeBron gawkers be throwing hissy fit when you're talking about LeBron. Meanwhile, your shows seem to always be about Jordan." Well, we haven't even got to Jordan just yet. But then he also said, "Are you going to talk about LeBron and his fake MCL injury? Because word on the street is that your king was spotted partying after the game. He was at one of them puff parties." But then as we go live, G24Ds ain't even here. You would think that the people that hate LeBron James would be happy. You would think that LeBron James being out the playoffs, they would be happy that we are focused on other players and other topics. The LeBron James haters only want more LeBron James content. So thirsty for LeBron James content that they are sending people out to go follow this man to clubs to see what he's doing after the game. They're monitoring. Is he walking with a limp? Is he jumping up and down? Is he doing XYZ? This man can't even go to a party. They act like when LeBron James says that he's injured, he's supposed to be crippled in a wheelchair, not doing absolutely nothing. Kevin Young. Hold on. Somebody, please don't time out Kevin Young. Was Kevin Young? Hold on. How did Kevin Young? Oh, Streamlabs timed out Kevin. Look, what did Kevin Young say to get timed out? My bad, Kevin Young. I'll get on Streamlabs about that. I had to turn up the moderation because we was just getting way too many spammers, man. I think make sure when y'all send y'all messages, you're not spamming a whole bunch of caps and whatnot. Because if you spam caps, you're gonna get timed out. No, I know Rap got reloaded. I think it was Streamlabs. We got a cloud bot that's also moderating the chat as well. So don't worry about that. Just make sure you're not spamming. doing too much spamming and you're not spamming a whole bunch of messages in all caps, anything like that, we'll be good. My bad, Kevin Young. That wasn't one of our moderators. That was just an automated system, just putting you on a quick timeout. So it's not, and that's necessarily a big deal. We got Vibe Star back. He says we're happy. Hold on. Let me turn off Streamlabs. Streamlabs are just banning people for anything, man. Let me turn off Streamlabs. Streamlabs are just going crazy. It's worse than some of y'all's mods. I got to turn Streamlabs down. It took Vibe Star message off like Vibe Star did something wrong. My bad about that, y'all. Let me get this because we got to. The one thing I'm about to get to, I'm about to get to this information. I'm going to show y'all how after the game, a lot of these LeBron James haters are so desperate to put something on LeBron James, they were blaming LeBron James for Jayson Tatum's failure in flopping, right? And they were trying to somehow, because they are so desperately connected to LeBron James hate content, that they wanted to try to connect Jayson Tatum's failures to LeBron. But I'm going to show you what they were doing, but I'm also going to show you where things started to go south for Jayson Tatum. Oh, hold on. Let me get this. Let me turn this cloud bot off. Okay, we got to remove StreamYard. We got to remove Streamlabs moderation privileges, man. He going crazy in the chat. All right, we just removed it right there. Salute to Grape Teep News in the chat. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Let me show y'all some stuff right here because a lot of y'all gonna think I'm capping. A lot of y'all gonna think it's a joke. Let me show y'all some stuff that I found. I want y'all to check this out. Let me remove this comment real quick. Or this banner. So what fans are saying Tatum is going full LeBron. Fans are comparing Jayson Tatum to LeBron James after the Boston Celtics epic collapse, right? And they proceed to start talking about it. This is what some of the fans were saying. And you guys can find this as you guys go through Twitter as well. And I want you guys to start to look at the types of fans and the accounts that are trying to push these narratives. Here's one comment right here. We got Goat Man MJ, right? A verified Twitter X user. He says, Jayson Tatum tonight. He got him choking like LeBron. They so desperately want to connect everything to LeBron James. And that's Goat Man MJ. Obviously, with the name Goat Man MJ, you know exactly what his agenda is. Also, we got another Jordan fan, Jeb Steven Adams stunt double, another verified user. He says, Tatum going full LeBron. Tatum is going full LeBron. This is another, like, and when you guys go through social media, y'all, what y'all going to consistently see is y'all going to see a whole bunch of people just so desperately trying to connect the failures of other players to LeBron James. If these players fail, no matter whose fault it is, it could be Jaylen Brown, it could be the coaching staff, it could be injuries, no matter what it is, they're going to always try to connect it to LeBron James. They don't know how to talk the game. They don't understand the game. But if we think back to the NBA Finals last year, this is when a lot of things started to go downhill for Jayson Tatum, right? He didn't perform the greatest in the NBA Finals. He was getting consistently outperformed by Jaylen Brown, his running mate, the guy that's typically looked at as the number 2 on this team. This is where things started to decline. And remember, a lot of you guys might remember me over on the locker room. I was trying to be Jayson Tatum's saving grace, saying, look, man, everybody can play bad. You just have to be better in other elements. But then Jayson Tatum proceeded to go into the summer. And what did he do going into the summer? He played like hot garbage for the U.S. Olympic team. Could not score, could not adjust to the game. So bad that Steve Kerr had to bench this man. And then we get into the regular season this year, where the regular season, things look like they're going beautifully. They're on their way to winning 60 games, right? They cruised through the first round, one little hiccup, but then they run into the New York Knicks. And then they run into the New York Knicks, but what happens? They start to falter again. What's the only thing that's changed since last year in the NBA Finals? What's the only thing that's changed in Jayson Tatum's like in his day-to-day, in his day-to-day goings? I'm gonna show you. This is the only thing that's changed for Jayson Tatum. Since the NBA Finals last year, this is what Jayson Tatum says. He says, we've been locked in. Right before my first final game, I called Michael Jordan and we talked for a long time. He texted me after games. I got his name on my phone as Uncle Mike. That's my man. Furthermore, the same article furthermore goes to talk about how Michael Jordan is not just showing love to Jayson Tatum. He has now become Jayson Tatum's full-time mentor. He's become his full-time mentor. Crazy enough as it sounds. And we're going to talk about that as well right here. Let me read this to you. Let me talk to you guys about something. It says right here, it says Jayson Tatum is learning the hard way that even the greatest players can give bad advice. In the 2025 playoffs, the Boston Celtics franchise player has hit an unexpected slump. Tatum's numbers have nosedived to 18 points per game and awful 29% shooting. Perhaps most shocking, the Celtics have surrendered 2 20-point leads. In this series versus the New York Knicks, putting their championship hopes in peril. But there's a twist. Many are pointing fingers at Michael Jordan's mentorship as a factor in Jayson Tatum's collapse. It furthermore states, at 27 years old, Jayson Tatum should be in his prime, yet these playoffs have been a nightmare, similar to, hold on, y'all. Rap guy reloaded. Did he get sniped? Oh, my God. Autism boy, please do not block anybody. Do not delete anybody's messages. Unless it's spam. Okay, never mind. Gabe was spam. My bad, autism boy. Go ahead and do your thing. It says, normally a prolific scorer, he's forcing tough isolation shots and falling into what teammates privately call hero ball mode. The result, clanked jumpers, stalled offensive possessions, and squandered leads. It's the kind of performance that has analysts using words like inefficient and fans throwing up their hands in frustration. How could a player this talented look so lost? There is one theory that's gaining traction. Tatum is mimicking Michael Jordan's play style to a fault. Statisticians and armchair analytics alike have noticed this trend. Tatum's shot chart is flooded with mid-range fadeaways and contested one-on-one attempts, the hallmark of MJ's 1990s dominance. But not exactly the shots modern analytics love. In an era defined by efficient three-point shooting and team spacing, Tatum's approach looks like a time capsule in 1996. As the Celtics offense bogs down, the Knicks have taken advantage, mounting comebacks that would have been unthinkable if Boston played to its strengths. It says right here, it said, it's no secret that Jayson Tatum idolizes Kobe Bryant, which is why it was said that as Tatum was driving on that last shot, he yelled Kobe, right? And y'all go check that. That's what's being reported. But it says it's no secret that he idolizes Kobe, right? That's Michael Jordan 2.0. By extension, Michael Jordan, who was also Kobe's mentor. Tatum has worked with trainers from Jordan's tree, and even in one of the face, and he's also even one of the faces of the Jordan brand. By all accounts, Michael Jordan has taken a personal interest in mentoring Tatum, offering guidance and legendary wisdom. And he's been doing this since the NBA Finals of last year. Normally getting tips from the GOAT would be a good thing. But what if those tips are out of touch with today's game? And we saw that Jordan's tips were out of touch with today's game, because look what he did with the Charlotte Hornets when he was there. Look what he did with the Washington Wizards when he was there. Whenever he was in a role of leadership and guidance, he completely failed. He was absolute trash. And now he's taken the mantle of leading and guiding Jayson Tatum. Look at what the hell is happening to Jayson Tatum. He's fallen wayward into the garbage can. This report states that Michael Jordan dominated with isolations, mid-range shots, and a score at all cost mentality that worked in the 80s and 90s when defenses and pacing were different. Today's NBA emphasizes efficiency, layups, three-pointers, and free throws, the most effective shots. Ball movement and spacing can trump even the most brilliant solo efforts, as we've seen with the Knicks, who have had one of the most diversified approaches of any team in the playoffs. It says Tatum is trying to channel MJ's mindset. He's drifted away from the team-oriented style that made Boston so good. Instead of quick ball reversals or taking the open three, he's pump faking into contested twos instead of attacking the rim or kicking it out to shooters efficiently and quickly. He's trying to, quote unquote, be like Mike with acrobatic plays. The result, empty possessions and frustrated teammates. And what does this sound like? It literally sounds exactly like the last possession for the Knicks. The very last possession for the Knicks that we saw, what did that look like? Jayson Tatum with pointless and irrelevant up fakes, drives into oblivion, tunnel vision, not seeing the floor, goes up for the Jordan-esque fadeaway in the corner that could win the game, but he completely forgot that this ain't the 90s. They can send two to the ball. And when he goes up for this Jordan-esque fadeaway, you got Mikal Bridges sitting right there on your neck. You turn the ball over, they going the other way, Knicks win the game. It also further alludes to, it says, one telling flashback. It says during the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, where Steve Kerr it talks about during the 21. It said, well, actually, it says during the 2024 Olympics, Tatum found himself coming off the bench. Kerr and the coaching staff often opted for players who moved the ball and spaced the floor and who could shoot efficiently. While Tatum had to adjust away from his isolation habits, it was a subtle message that his usual style needed tweaking in a setting focused on team play. Right? So we fast forward to 2025. Has that lesson been forgotten? Seeing Tatum revert to old habits suggests that old habits suggest that is Jordan's influence, encouraging that confident one-on-one scoring mentality. This might be inadvertently holding him back from evolving his game, right? And then we allude to what we're talking about now, as if the situation weren't complex enough. Leave it to social media to add the GOAT debate into the mix. When a star underperforms, criticism is expected. But many of Michael Jordan's most ardent fans, often called stans, have responded to Tatum's struggles in a peculiar way. As I said, and this was reported. The crazy thing is this was reported. They responded in a peculiar way by blaming LeBron James. It's a head-scratching development. LeBron is not Tatum's mentor. Michael Jordan is Tatum's mentor, nor is he involved in this series at all. Yet when you scroll through Twitter or Facebook, you'll see some Michael Jordan loyalists twisting the narrative. Their logic, if you can call it logic, argues that if Tatum is failing, it's because he's not as mentally tough as players who idolize Kobe and MJ. And somehow LeBron gets scapegoated for setting a bad example of playmaking basketball. It says in reality, this has nothing to do with LeBron. This is about Jordan's advice and Tatum's execution. The fact that LeBron versus the Jordan debate has bubbled up here shows how entrenched the rivalry is in every corner of NBA discourse. Jordan's defenders would rather deflect criticism to a completely unrelated player, which is LeBron James, than admit MJ's approach with Jayson Tatum might not be foolproof. It's an irrational but fascinating twist to the story. Sports psychologists might say it's a form of cognitive dissonance. The idea that Jordan's influence could be negative is unacceptable to his biggest fans, so they shift the blame elsewhere. It says, for the rest of us, it's clear Michael Jordan's mentorship, while well-intentioned, might be steering Tatum wrong. And it's okay to acknowledge that even MJ wasn't perfect. Remember his time as an executive with the Wizards or Hornets. The game moves on, and even legends have to adapt or risk misguiding the next generation. And this is what they are saying about Michael Jordan and his hand in Jayson Tatum, completely derailing. Since last year in the NBA Finals. Michael Jordan has been behind the scenes. He's been behind the scenes mentoring, guiding, and telling Jayson Tatum what to do to be great. And the only thing that this is translated to is Jayson Tatum not looking like himself and playing trash. This only relegated Jayson Tatum to the end of the bench during the Olympics because he couldn't. And when you think about it, when you think about the Dream Team, who also struggled mightily in the Olympics, who also Jordan had the luxury of not getting yanked out and benched because they were playing bum teams like Angola, right? So no matter how bad he played, they were always going to win games by 30, 40, 50 points. Jayson Tatum, they were playing bona fide teams like Serbia with a boatload of NBA players. South Sudan with a whole bunch of NBA caliber guys on those rosters. There was less wiggle room for silliness. So this mental approach, the way Jayson Tatum was trying to approach the game, this Jordan-esque style, the style that he's been mimicking and copying since the NBA Finals of last year, it has not been working. And this style literally has the Boston Celtics in an 0-2 deficit going into New York as they look like they're going to have a monumental collapse. Do we blame Jayson Tatum's downfall on Michael Jordan, y'all? Do we blame it on Michael Jordan? We're going to drop the link. I want you guys to come up here and cook on this right here. As I drop the link, I'm also going to drop a few other links in the chat as well that I want you guys to follow. Salute to Mon Wright in the chat. Mon Wright with a salute. Put that on the screen. Salute with the $4.99 super chat. You guys, if you want to super chat, the link is pinned to the top of the string. It's going to take you over to FYF Sports Clips, our other channel that we're also simultaneously going live on. If you want to send a super chat, you can go over there and we'll get to your message, especially if you have something where if you want us to stop the presses, change the topic, address your comment, hit the super chat or hit the Cash App, and we will address what you have to say. Rob Scott says, this is the worst argument I've ever heard against MJ. Well, I thought it was the worst argument for critics to blame LeBron for Jayson Tatum's failures. I feel like this is a damn good argument. The fact that Michael Jordan has taken on not just a friendship role, he's taken on a mentorship role with Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum is now using trainers that Michael Jordan has recommended. These things are all documented. And I think it just leads one to surmise, is this connection one of the reasons why his game has made, especially in clutch moments, it's taken a significant downturn? I mean, all you got to do is look at the percentages. Look at the percentages. Is it Jordan's fault? The man can't score in the clutch no more. He's went to this selfish, over dribble, try to get to the mid-range style of play. That's just putting him in bad situation after bad situation after bad situation. All we have to do is look to the last play of yesterday's game. He wanted to be the man. Right? You would think that a lot of times the best ISO player on this team is probably Jaylen Brown. You would probably just get the ball to him if you're looking to go ISO at the top of the key. He's been their best tough shot maker. But when Tatum touches that ball, he has one mentality, one thing on his mind. And it was reported, y'all. Hold on, let me put it on the screen. It was reported that, and you guys can go look it up. I don't need to put it on the screen. It was reported that when Jayson Tatum caught the ball, he yelled Kobe. Another MJ protege. He put his head down and tried to go be like Kobe. I've told y'all that the mama mentality has gotten hundreds of thousands of kids cut from high school teams across America. That only worked in an era with a legal defense. It's a little bit different now. And now this Michael Jordan-esque style has Jayson Tatum facing elimination. Anthony, you said nobody reported that? All right, let me show you. I'm going to put it on the screen. Here, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Since you say nobody reported it. This is just one of the many places that reported it. It's all over the place. Let me take this off my screen. Tatum shouted, Kobe, on his game-winning shot. But it didn't go in. He turned the ball over. This is just one of the people that reported it. If I found it in 2.2 seconds, I'm sure you can find it in 2 seconds, as opposed to sit here and tell me I'm lying. The players are the ones that said it, not me. Y'all get mad at me. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to let y'all come up here. Y'all got to, do y'all have any ether from Michael Jordan and his mentorship of Jayson Tatum? He is the one that's guiding Jayson Tatum into this. He has guided Jayson Tatum into this oblivion. It says right here, it says Tatum acknowledged his mentorship and relationship with Jordan. He said that Jordan, he says that Jordan texts him after every game and congratulates him after great performances. These two communicate frequently. Tatum even joked that Jordan reaches out often, but there was one game where it was all silence from his airness. That was when Tatum dropped 51 points on the Jordan-owned Charlotte Hornets. And that was back in January. What year was this? It doesn't show the year, but this was back when Jordan owned the Hornets. So the only time Jordan didn't text Tatum is when Tatum barbecued his Charlotte Hornets. He said he did not hear anything from Jordan after that game. It says Tatum is now the main face of the Jordan brand basketball future, along with Luka Doncic and Zion Williamson. Who do you think he's getting all this insight from? Who do you think who do you think is steering and guiding this man? And TC, if LeBron has been Simmons' mentor and you got evidence to support it, come on and bring it up. I'm not saying this as a joke, like you're saying it as a joke about LeBron because you want to talk about LeBron so desperately. I'm saying this because it's facts. This is factual. Jordan is Tatum's mentor. And ever since he's significantly played a hand and involved himself in Jayson Tatum's training, Tatum is the one that's been dissipated and disappeared in high leverage moments. Don't blame me. Y'all got to start talking to Michael Jordan. Y'all always want to get mad at me. Y'all always want to get mad at me just because I tell y'all the information. Then y'all want to start running around talking about LeBron James about something. If you can see, if you find me something that's factual and LeBron is mentoring Ben Simmons, I'm a rock with it. See, but y'all don't want to talk about the fact. See, the players that LeBron actually mentors, the players that he actually consistently communicates with, they out there tearing shit up like Anthony Edwards. See, but y'all won't ever talk about the players that LeBron James is actually mentoring, the ones that he actually is mentoring, where it's reported that he's actually in consistent communication with these players. See, y'all don't want to talk about the actual players. We got Big Cuzzo 410. He says, what's the source? When I drop the link you want to pull up, I'll share all my sources. It is terrible coming off a chip. But this whole nightmare started last year in the NBA Finals. When he started this new wave of constant communication with Michael Jordan, advising him on how to approach the game. And when he took this mentorship and guidance from Michael Jordan in the finals last year, it only led to more scrutiny from the fans. Because all fans proclaimed to do all summer long was try to tell us why Jaylen Brown was better, why he's the best player on the team, why Jayson Tatum's a choker. And then when he proceeded to be just as inefficient in the Olympics, y'all doubled down on all of the Jayson Tatum hate. Don't get mad and start to backtrack from the Jayson Tatum hate just because now we know that one of the primary culprits for his game turning upside down is none other than your Michael Jordan. Advising him to approach games in 2024 and 2025 like it's a 1993 regular season game versus the Milwaukee Bucks. We got Mike says, LeBron has NIT mentored anybody. I'm saying LeBron has not mentored anybody. Stop lying. It's not a good look for you. Okay, if I'm lying, then come up here and drop the facts to support it. Why y'all be saying stuff knowing that I'm a max eat through you in 2 seconds? There's no long play. The play is this, hoop jargon. It's right in front of you. See, you know what the funny part is? Y'all always get on me about mentioning the reverse. See, when people go out there and say stuff like this, and they try to blame and say that Jayson Tatum's failures are because of LeBron. When people put Twitter posts up like this and they say Tatum going full LeBron mode as if LeBron has anything to do with Jayson Tatum's, as if LeBron is not one of the most clutch players in NBA history, I don't ever hear y'all going saying, man, what's your long play, man? Why you always putting LeBron in it? Y'all only start saying something to me when I go scrounge up the facts, right? When I go dig up the facts. And when I get the facts, and then I have to put the facts in front of y'all that Jayson Tatum's game took a significant decline when Tatum started going to NBA Finals and Jordan started to be the one to invest himself into Tatum's career, to dictate what he does and does not do. And when I show y'all that, no, Tatum's butt buddy is Michael Jordan. Take Tatum's text buddy, and he gets all this information and guidance from Michael Jordan. Then y'all get mad at me for just giving you the information. Now I got to have an agenda. I don't see none of y'all going over to Dreamers Pro channel saying what's the long play. Y'all don't never go over to Carcino channel saying, hey, Carcino, what's the long play? But when I come with facts, things that are support, this is not made up. This is not magnetic rims. But when I come with facts, y'all get mad at me. It's the report. The report says right here. Let me read. Let me go back to this report. It says right here at the start of the report, it says Jayson Tatum is learning the hard way that even when the greatest players even the greatest players can give bad advice. That's what it says. It says the result, clanked jumpers, stalled offensive possessions, and squandered leads. It's the kind of performance that has analysts using words like inefficient and fans throwing up their hands in frustration. How could a player this talented look so lost? One theory, remember it says theory, one theory, gaining traction. Tatum is mimicking Michael Jordan's play style to a fault. It says statisticians and armchair analysts have noticed the trend. Tatum's shot chart is flooded with mid-range fadeaways, just like he tried to fade away on that last silly shot, and it's not even his game. And contested one-on-one attempts, the hallmark of MJ's 1990s dominance, but not exactly the shots modern analytics love. But y'all get mad at me for putting out the information. But see, y'all never get mad at these people. Y'all never get mad at Sportskeeda when they put out articles like this. Tatum going full LeBron. Fans compare Tatum to LeBron James after Celtics superstar chokes, as if LeBron is not one of the most clutch players in NBA history. But y'all get mad at me for just hitting them with the opposite, but my opposite is just factual. So don't ask me what my agenda is. My agenda is to combat the nonsense on the other side, especially the nonsense that involves LeBron James, which is 9 times out of 10 not embedded in any factual basis whatsoever. This article itself even says that this is a theory and does not even claim that it's a fact. And you guys are up in arms talking about, man, what did Jordan got to do with it? Y'all sit here crying to me, man. If y'all don't stop, until I see y'all go up in arms at the people that push these lies about LeBron James, do not come up in arms with me every time I mention Jordan, and everything that I say about Jordan is facts. When I told you about Jordan in the 1988 season on how he got barbecued every single night of the 1988 DPOY season by any shooting guard that stepped in front of you, y'all got mad at me for dropping the facts. Y'all got to stop getting mad at me and just start siding with the facts. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This is just the facts. Oh, we got Madnon in here. Madnon is tripping. Wild West is clear. Use Jordan name and Tatum for views. See, it's the same principle applies. Wild West, because me and GOAT James Kingdom, we've been telling you all along, right? Use LeBron James. All the haters that use LeBron's name for clicks and views, you don't say nothing to them. GOAT Man MJ is a verified user. He's using LeBron name for clicks and views. Guys like Carcino and Dreamers Pro do it. They make LeBron videos out of nothingness. Why y'all be coming up in arms? Well, I haven't done a Jordan video in the longest. I haven't done anything about Jordan in the longest. Yet y'all come in here with this nonsense. Y'all pretend as if it's about integrity and clicks and views. We know that you're lying because y'all fools will be in Dreamers Pro chat. What does Dreamers Pro say? Slapping honey on each other and dancing it up over there. And I don't hear no pushback when Dreamers Bro come in with made up fictional lies. He talking about LeBron at a nightclub. They still trying to connect Bron to Diddy parties. I'm talking about stuff that's just embedded in pure fantasy fiction. And y'all will go in. I've seen y'all go entertain and engage in comments on Carcino channel about magnetic rims. And y'all fools will really be in there engaged in the conversation. I'm giving y'all things that you can fact check yourself that have an actual real connection. Thank you for putting the article in the chat, Go James Kingdom. Thank you for putting that in there. Go James Kingdom. Now click the article. We got Mike the Champ. Uh-oh, Mike the Champ, man. There go Mike the Champ. What did I tell y'all, Mike the Champ? Who was the first person to bring up a sexual innuendo, man? What did I tell Mike the Champ? Man, what do we tell you, Mike the Champ, about this? When you type these things, the only thing that you do when you type in it is you also visualizing it.
This is my area, and I'm afraid to fuck you because your ass is full of bacteria.
It sound good. You think you got a hot bar. But then when you sit back and reflect on what you just typed, you had to visualize something like this in your mind before you typed it, man. Well, y'all got to find something to do with yourselves, man. You know, no shade to that community, but Jesus Christ. I mean, it's always something. It's always something. And they're always the first ones to come with a homoerotic comment. It's wild, man. Now, I've been trying to drop the link. I want y'all. I just want to know how y'all feel. Is Jordan? Because here's the problem. You cannot disconnect Jordan's involvement in Tatum's game. There's too much evidence out there to support that over the last 3 years, Jordan has played a significant role in Jayson Tatum's development. Too much information to try to dispute that. It's on Sports Illustrated. It's literally everywhere. So when I drop this link, you cannot, there's no longer no disconnect in this. Tatum's game is directly tied to Michael Jordan's advice. When Tatum himself says that after every game, I'm texting and talking with Michael Jordan about my performance. Y'all think Jordan ain't giving him any particular advice on how he approaches these games? You really think that every time they text each other, they talking about Jayson Tatum Jordan shoes that nobody in the world buys? I bet none of y'all know what a pair of Jayson Tatum Jordan hoop shoes look like. So we know they can't be. Jordan literally just giving him free money just to be his text buddy. Because ain't nobody in here ever wore a pair of Jayson Tatum hoop shoes anywhere ever. Jayson Tatum says he has this man saved in his phone as Uncle Mike. So as we see Jayson Tatum fall wayward, we need to now talk about, does Jordan need to be playing a significant role in Jayson Tatum's development, or does he need to take a step back because he's making this man look like garbage dumpster juice? Do not get mad that Jordan is now the culprit for why Jayson Tatum has flopped and failed. Address it, and we need to start coming up with solutions. And if we come up with a good enough solutions, I'll text it directly to. I'll go to Michael Jordan's Twitter page or wherever we can message Michael Jordan. I'll do it live, and we'll send Michael Jordan that message of correction. This is not about LeBron. LeBron is not Jayson Tatum's mentor. Lee says, stop this, Lamont. Look, man. Not my fault. I'm just giving y'all the news. It's not my fault that Jordan gave this man some bad advice. And you had this man out there running, taking some of the worst looking last second jumpers that we've ever seen in basketball history. That man didn't know what to do when he had that ball in the corner. It looked like the man went up. He was trying to do Kobe. He drove like he was trying to be Michael Jordan. And then at the last minute, he said, fuck, I got two people on me. I probably should be like LeBron and pass the goddamn ball, but by then it was too late. I mean, this man, we literally watched a whole bunch of different cycles go through his head. He put his head down and drove like Jordan. Remember the same way Jordan drove when he turned the ball over versus Orlando? He literally drove the same way, same angle, same place. Then he goes up like Kobe. Look at his legs. Look at the still shot images. And then at the last second, he says, fuck, I should have did like LeBron. Turns the ball over. It's too late. He had two men on him. What's the golden rule in basketball? If you got two on you, pass the ball. The man went with the Mamba mentality, the Jordan method, and it had him looking like a damn fool at the end of the game. Pod by P. What do you mean wrong side of history? There is no right or wrong side. There is either facts or not facts. The fact is that Jordan is his mentor. There's no history there. Just because y'all don't want me to tell people about it, especially what y'all want to do is y'all want to wait till Jayson Tatum does something good, right? Y'all want to wait till Jayson Tatum overcomes some large heap of adversity. And then you can say, oh yeah, Jordan is the mentor, Tatum, man. That's why he's so great. See, what y'all like to do is when things are going bad for these players, y'all don't like to really attach Jordan's name to it. But when things go good, y'all want to snatch from that player's credit, and you want to find a way to give that credit to Jordan somehow. So what you guys are doing is y'all is just sitting in the cracks and crevices, just like y'all typically do. I always been talking about this the last couple of streams. Jordan fans kind of sit in shadowy places, cracks and crevices, just hiding and whiffing about until they can go pounce on some misinformation, or they can go misappropriate some Jordan information. Look, we got TC. He says, LeBron, Ben Simmons mentor. Go look it up. Now he wants to send us on a wild goose chase of nothingness. He wants to make this. Jayson Tatum is the player that's actively playing games. I'm talking about a player that's still in the playoffs. You want me to talk about two players that are no longer even in the playoffs. Ben Simmons is not in the playoffs. LeBron is not in the playoffs. The game that we just saw yesterday was Jayson Tatum clanking and cracking under pressure. We dropped a link. Hopefully we can get some people. And all I do is I can compel a lot of y'all because I see a lot of new names in here. All I want is for you guys to just not be fearful. Hit the link. Even if you come up here and make yourself look like a damn fool. All right. This is not about LeBron James, y'all. This is not about LeBron James. I mean, Wild Wild West. What do you think, Wild Wild West? And he done a damn good job. Because you know the one thing I know that none of y'all in the chat got? None of y'all got a 6'1" son that can do what Bronny James can do. None of y'all got a 6'1" son that can drop 39 points in a G League game. A lot of y'all got sons that can't even tie their shoes correctly. Some of y'all even embarrassed to talk about y'all kids. That's what most Jordan fans do. Go James Kingdom talks about it all the time. If y'all want to mention Bronny is better than most of y'all kids at everything in life. That's just jealousy creeping into y'all veins when y'all start mentioning Bronny. So when you mention Bronny next time, compare Bronny to your kids in every aspect of life. So if you want to mention kids, that's what you do. Compare Bronny to you and your kids. Is your kid an absolute bum looking like a damn fool on the basketball court? A lot of y'all kids is absolute garbage juice on the basketball court. A lot of y'all is embarrassed to come up here and show any film of y'all kid hooping. If you're going to mention Bronny, show me on the converse. I don't have any kids Wild Wild West. So Wild Wild West, if your kids are straight, I want you to come up here and show me film of your kid hooping. Because we got film of Bronny James hooping at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thanks to the haters that scrounge all this stuff up off the internet. Y'all want to mention Bronny like Bronny's not good. But can't none of y'all can't even coach y'all kid up to be a YMCA or a 6 man of the year candidate. I'm not sensitive, Rose Guitar. That was a very logical point. That's not sensitive at all. This is not even a LeBron conversation, and you got clowns in here talking about Bronny James. A Bronny James who's better in life than a lot of grown men in here. Y'all be really talking about Bronny like and then y'all pretend as if Bronny didn't exceed expectations this year for a 55th pick in the second round. But see, that's the delusion that that's the delusion that we have now. That's where we at with delusion. If you so stupid to think that I'm the one that brought up Bronny, then you just need to rewind. Are you that stupid, Madnon? I mean, this is one of the reasons why people like Madnon stop clicking the link and coming on to FYF Sports. Don't approach topics that y'all really not willing to entertain on an intellectual level. Don't do it. All I'm doing is giving you facts about Jordan's involvement with Jayson Tatum. Y'all the fools that keep bringing up Bronny. Now Wild Wild West want the link. I don't want to hear your sob story, and I don't want to hear y'all coming. I don't want y'all coming up here talking about hoop dreams with y'all kid talking about, yeah, my son is an AAU monster and whatnot. He's not. If you think Bryce is better than you haven't watched Bryce play, you are a complete, absolute idiot. I might be the only person in here that has went consistently to see Bryce James play basketball in person with my own two eyes. I'm the only one in here that's done it. I've stood next to him. So I know he's not 6'8", like all these people say. If you one of the idiots, because that means you're right there with people like Sports T that just want to say somebody's better than Bronny. If you think that Bryce is better than Bronny, you might be dumber. I mean, you might be one of the dumbest people on YouTube. It tells me you don't watch, you don't study. I have a whole channel dedicated to just all high school games. I'm about to go to Section 7 to recruit more high schoolers. Y'all don't even watch high school film. And y'all want to pretend because y'all done went and watched some House of Highlight clips that Bryce is better than Bronny. What type of crack? Like this is the stupidity that y'all be saying. RT the Brand, you said Bryce is 6'6". I've stood next to Bryce. He's not 6'6". I mean, what are we going to do? Are we going to wait till an NBA combine comes around and they do an official measurement and then you see he's not 6'6"? I literally stood right next to him, shoulder to shoulder. I don't care what y'all check on the internet. When we checked on the internet with Bronny James, they were saying Bronny James was 6'4". Don't bring up irrelevant people. Don't bring up things that are irrelevant. If we are here to talk about Jayson Tatum and Jordan, talk about Jayson Tatum and Jordan and try to debunk it if you can. But there is a connection that is unavoidable. And there is a connection that has been reported. There we go with Peter Bagjuice with these fake scouting reports. Come on, y'all. Boy. I'm not ranting, Danny Mac. These are all facts. This is y'all. It ain't a rant. This is just facts. Bryce is not better than Bronny. It's not close. It's not close at all. Like what? Where are y'all brain cells at? I mean, see, because I know who Bryce is, I know when he goes to the University of Arizona, he's going to look like an average to below average player. So if he does not play well his first year at Arizona, I'm not going to be surprised. It's you goofballs that run around here saying he's better than Bronny James that's going to be running around saying he's trash, and y'all going to act so surprised that he ain't doing well. If y'all started with real research, and you knew his game, you would know the fact that he got an offer from the University of Arizona in and of itself is wild. He's not a high major D1 player. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just levels to it. And high major D1 basketball has always been about politics. So it's no surprise that he had high major D1 offers. Drop this link, man, so y'all can come up. I want to hear the foolery from today. Today's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting to hear the foolery today. There'll be a lot of foolery today and a lot of whining and crying about things that have nothing to do with the topic, man. Arizona's is a good school, but it's a high major. Bryce is not a high major D1 basketball player. He's a mid-major to low major, and would struggle to get time on a Bryce James right now, where his game is right now, would struggle to get time on a mid-major, a Gonzaga. If he really wanted to go play somewhere, I mean, obviously you get Arizona, it's a high major school. You're going to play around a lot of really good players that's going to make you look good. You don't want to go to some low major, Cleveland State, and nobody knows can watch your games. So it makes so again, nobody in their right mind is going to turn down Arizona. But is he a true D1 prospect? No. Anybody that tells you otherwise, don't watch or never even made a real attempt at scouting out Bryce James. We got George the Truth up first, man. George, man, what you got on this, man? You got Michael Jordan.
Lamar, what are you doing, bro? What is all this about, man?
Hey, look, man. Michael Jordan has mentored Jayson Tatum into oblivion, man. What's the thoughts on it, man?
I don't think nothing to say. You said you got this from an article that you're reading. I mean, come on, bro. You can't come on here with suspect articles and shout them out and rant on
Sports
them.
Illustrated. Is Sports Illustrated suspect?
Yes, anybody is a person who wrote the article is suspect. Of course. They do anything for news. They do anything for attention. And they grabbed yours. And you running with it.
Jayson Tatum said himself, I'm going to give you Jayson Tatum's own words, all right? Let me give you Jayson Tatum's exact words. Jayson Tatum acknowledged.
People think you hate Jordan.
Who's talking right now?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Somebody talking. I got to mute. It says right here, Tatum acknowledged to Sports Illustrated his connection and relationship with Michael Jordan. He says that he texts him after games. He says Jordan texts him after games and often congratulates him after great performances. He says we frequently communicate. It's so much so that in this article, it also states that Michael Jordan has now become Jayson Tatum's mentor. And he's even recommended certain trainers for Jayson Tatum to use. This is not a shady back page source. If you're willing to say that Sports Illustrated is a shady back page source, then you probably need to go check your sources.
Sports Illustrated has a brand just like you. And you guys have to find content to draw people attention.
This is an old article.
Okay, well, I don't care how old it is. You want to go? If it's an old article, the boy went to Bron camp too, didn't he? I mean, come on, Lamont, you stretching it.
George,
let's talk about the game.
If I would have brought up this article when Jayson Tatum was on a burner, and let's say Jayson Tatum was playing elite basketball, and Jayson Tatum was playing elite basketball, dropping 50 a game versus the Knicks, and they were up 2-0 in this series. And then I did a live stream talking about how Jordan's mentorship has really helped Jayson Tatum be great. Would you be up here telling me, Lamont?
I wouldn't take it that far. Hold on,
George. If it was the reverse,
it wouldn't.
Hold on. If it was the reverse, would you be up here telling me, Lamont, don't be using that article to tell us why Jordan helped make Jayson Tatum great? That ain't trustworthy. See,
I'd be telling you the same thing.
If it was to the positive for Michael Jordan, you would not even argue it.
I don't care about the positive of Jordan.
So talk about the article. Don't complain about the content, because the content is factual. I want solutions. This is a solution-oriented show. So let's not cry about the content. I want you to talk about it.
No matter what advice you get in life, you take the parts you want
about
and use
the topic, George.
That is about
I have
the
a solution.
No, crying
solution.
Hold on, Wild West. I'm coming to you right next. Crying about the topic because you don't like the topic, because it doesn't paint Jordan in the light that you want us to paint him in. Don't come crying to me. I just want to know the fact remains that this is true. Jordan is Tatum's mentor. He's played a significant role in the development of Jayson Tatum's game. It's too much evidence out there to support that for you to now try to deny it. I shouldn't have to pull up a million sources and show them on the screen. This is something that you can open your phone up and you can fact check it in 2 seconds, and we get right back to it if you don't believe it. So don't cry about the fact that Jordan is his mentor and he's not doing very good. How do we address it? Because we got to send a direct IG message to Michael Jordan today so he can rectify this. We're going to on live. We're going to go straight to the DMs and we're going to DM Michael Jordan. And we need to. I'm going to allow you Jordan fans to help me come up with the message to send to him to rectify this, because he is tearing this man Jayson Tatum's game and he's putting it in a garbage can.
Okay, I got a solution. I got a solution.
All right, Wild West, what's your solution, man?
Now, since you're going to send him that message, I would just say use the same thing that you used on Kobe. Since he mentored Kobe, use the same thing.
Okay, what did he use on Kobe?
He used something that got him 5 chips.
Okay, but what did he use on Kobe?
You don't know? You got all the articles for Jayson Tatum. You have no information about how he mentored Kobe?
Why would I look up anything about Kobe? This is only about Jayson Tatum.
Okay. Do you think he mentored
This is
Kobe?
a different era of basketball. What worked for Kobe and what worked for Jordan back then don't work no more now. This is a different era.
Okay. So do you think Jordan mentored Kobe?
I'm talking about Jayson Tatum. We all know that Jordan and Kobe had a relationship. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We need to come up with solutions. Jordan needs to immediately.
I just gave you a solution.
Jordan needs to immediately. My solution is Jordan needs to immediately delete Jayson Tatum's contact info. He needs to stop all communication, because his advice, just like his advice was with all of the Charlotte Hornets players, is absolute garbage. His advice to the Charlotte Hornets players was garbage. His advice to his teammates in Washington was absolute garbage. And his advice to Jayson Tatum has been garbage. And it's been so garbage that I haven't spoken. It's been you, the fans, that are telling us that Jayson Tatum is garbage. For the last 2 years, since the finals last year, you guys have told us how garbage Jayson Tatum is and how much of a fraud he is. Now that we find out that all of that fraud activity is connected to Michael Jordan, now all of a sudden, I got to chill.
I ain't saying that. Go ahead, run it up, Lamont.
Stop it.
Because I want you to run it up, because right now I care about you, Lamont. It looked like you need a hot shower and a warm bath and a haircut. You look upset right now.
This
subject is really bothering. This subject is really bothering. And as I look at you on this television, I see you wobbling in that chair. I'm really concerned about you, my brother, because you come up with great topics. But this topic here, I'm agree with it.
This
is what we doing,
y'all.
Look, hold on. Y'all see what they doing? We got two people that have failed to address the merit of the topic, and all they're doing is crying about the topic. Why are you talking about this, Lamont? Why are you doing?
I'm not crying.
If I'd have came up here, just like I told George, if I would have came up here and did this video at a time where Jayson Tatum was cooking the league, and I did a live stream talking about, man, Jordan's mentorship is really helping Jayson Tatum thrive and succeed. But y'all would have been up here dick riding Jordan so hard, man. He the GOAT, man. That's what he do, man. That's what he do. Y'all would have never told me, why are you connecting Jordan to Tatum's success? Y'all would have never told me these articles, because if it was to the positive, y'all be dick riding Jordan to no end. But just because y'all didn't know for the last year and a half, y'all called Jayson Tatum trash. Y'all called him a choker. Y'all all dogged him in the Olympic. Hold on,
I want you to show me how many mid-range shots he took.
Hold on, George. Y'all dogged him in the Olympics. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Y'all dogged him in the Olympics. And now when he's choking versus the New York Knicks, when I finally exposed one of the main culprits behind the scenes that's really put Jayson Tatum in this situation where his game has got mangled and balled up into what we see now. An absolute mess of the Boston Celtics. Now that you find out it's all connected to Michael Jordan, now I'm supposed to chill. Now I can't talk about it, bro. Man, hold on. Let me do this. I'm gonna go to Go James Kingdom, and then I'm gonna go straight to Taser Man, because I know Taser Man's gonna have something for this as well. Go James Kingdom.
Today.
Well, I know. Don't get mad at me. I just want y'all to be solution oriented. Don't cry about the information.
I didn't even get to talk.
The information is what it is. It's factual. It's not my fault.
You're gonna go straight to somebody who gonna agree with you.
Hold on.
Yeah, he didn't even let me talk. He just muted me.
Hold on, my bad. Hold on, Taser Man, what you got for us today?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Taser Man. Go ahead and cook.
Obviously he needs to fucking stop, because clearly, listen, man, I get Lamar and Jordan, they think you controversial. But clearly,
Hold on, let me turn your volume up, Taser man, because we can barely hear you. Let me turn your volume up. Hold on, I got to edit your mic seconds. Your volume is really, really low.
Or you could have let me speak and finish.
Hold on, I like where Taser man is going, because he said,
I'm sure you do.
No, he said I need to stop. He's not on my side. It didn't sound like he was, but let's get Taser man on the big screen, man. Talk to him, Taser man.
Listen, man. I understand people think you hate Jordan because you've had some controversial topics or whatever. But we all know Jordan has never been a great evaluator of talent. He's never been a great coach. I would love for him to tell Jayson Tatum to stop the fucking step back threes because the big elephant in the room, Jayson Tatum is not a great shooter. He's had 2 seasons in his career where he shot over 40% from the three-point line and another season where he shot 38%. For some reason, I don't know what the scouts in the front office and analytics is telling him to do. That shit is not working. And I like JT. He don't attack the basket enough for me. He don't really operate close to the basket to try to play like a Michael Jordan or Kobe. Taking some of them type of shots has not worked either. And if Jordan is telling this man, well, continue to do this nonsense, this is a fucking problem because JT not like that, bro. And again, I like JT. I don't like him enough to be saying he's the best player in the world or he this. I'm not going to blame Jordan for some of these performances because, again, I will think that even Jordan is not telling this nigga to take these terrible step back threes. But clearly, advice is not fucking working and you need to stop because clearly you're not a Michael Jordan type archetype, bro. He could barely. You could say they both got.
No. I can show you a clip of Jordan saying, according to Lamar, Jordan is telling him to take step back three.
Come on, bro.
And then Lamar, Jordan is telling him to do that.
I can put up a clip right now of Jordan saying three-pointers is not a part of his game like that. And you can fall in love with it too much.
Hold on, y'all. We got the GOAT Jordan defender up here, man. This man, he cannot stay in the background.
Try me.
Talk to us, Willie.
Try me. I want any LeBron fan to try me. Try me.
Talk to him.
Try me. Let go, James Kingdom, Lamont. Let them try me.
What you talking about?
I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Topic, Willie. Get on the topic.
I don't know the topic, but I'm here. Let go, James Kingdom, try me. What? Oh, I'll break that nigga back.
Oh, pause.
Try me. Oh.
Pause, nigga, pause.
Oh. I'll break that. Don't James Kingdom. Nigga, try me. Hey. I'm waiting for you young niggas. Niggas coming crazy. Like Willie don't pull up.
I see you dancing a little
Willie
bit.
don't pull up. Beat that nigga. Like,
okay, that's Willie for you.
this nigga's playing R&B, R. Kelly, E. Diddy, Shannon Sharp shit. These niggas is clowns.
So Willie's solution
These niggas playing R&B. Nigga, we real niggas. Where's James Kingdom at? Step up to me. I'm here. Nigga, try me.
Hey, why your boy mentoring Jayson Tatum into another choke job?
I don't give a
fuck. Come on, bro. Stop it with that, bro.
Fuck about that.
I don't believe you gonna do that, hey Johnny. I know you don't believe that, hey Johnny.
Oh wait, hold on, wait.
No. I need all y'all niggas, side baby mothers to get out the way. Why your niggas 4 and 6, nigga? Why? Try me.
1 and 9.
1 and 9? Nigga, you 2 and 12. Try me.
False, sir. False. LeBron James won more playoff games in the last 3
Man,
playoffs.
you talking about more? You talking
LeBron Jordan debate right now.
Yo.
Hold on, Willie. I gotta mute you, Willie. Willie, hold on. All I asked Willie, see Willie just going crazy. Look at Willie, man.
Look, he don't even know he's muted. He don't even know he's muted.
This is Jordan fan. This is y'all representative right here, yeah. This is who represents y'all. This is who represents y'all. George, this is your representative. Right?
Don't do that, bro. I represent my damn self.
Wild Wild West. Everybody, this is who he represents. So Willie, hold on one second, Willie. Peter Bagjuice, this is who represents. Oh, Willie. Look, for Willie still going in too. Willie going in. Hold on. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let Willie go in like this. Talk to him, Willie.
I want work. I want that work. Put that clown ass nigga on the screen.
All right, we got you, Willie. We got you.
Put that nigga on the screen. Tell that nigga step up to me.
Did LeBron win the championship or something? Why they so upset, Lamar?
Yeah. But he
on.
also lost. Hold up. Okay. Stay out the way, Lamar. Sit your...
Hold on, Willie. Why are we talking about LeBron? Why can't we just talk about Jayson Tatum and Jordan, y'all? Y'all see what Jordan fans do? We can't even talk about the topic. He talk about LeBron. Look, like this is how this is. Look at Willie on the screen, y'all. Look at Willie, y'all. Like this is who represents. This is the typical walking everyday Jordan fan. They don't know how to use technology, right? They behind in the times. He's spazzing out, man. This needs to be studied right here. No, Tyson. No, Tyson. What we're gonna cook on Tyson is we're gonna cook on the topic first. Before we get to anything, especially with LeBron James, anything like that, we're gonna cook on the topic. The topic is Jayson Tatum's game is falling into the garbage can under the mentorship of Michael Jordan. Can we stay on topic? This has nothing to do with LeBron. If he wants to debate that, I've given Willie a plethora of opportunities to give me a time and date so we can schedule a debate with Goat James Kingdom. He has not given. Look, I'll put my number in the private chat for him. He is not going to schedule anything with Goat James Kingdom.
Add him to the 20. Add him to the 20.
I'm not reaching with this topic. All you got to do to tell me if I'm how am I reaching with this topic when Jayson Tatum himself, it says it right here. I could pull it up again.
Man, you reaching like Mr. Fantastic. Get out of here, bro.
Hey, Lamar, I put the link in the chat. There's the link in the chat.
Oh, they know the link is there, but Jordan's there. Like reading. So, like Jayson Tatum,
they can't read. They like R. Kelly. They can't read.
Jayson Tatum himself revealed this information. This is not some reporter that made this up. Jayson Tatum revealed this to the world. He spoke about his communication with NBA legend Michael Jordan. That's what Jayson Tatum. He's the one that let the world in on who his mentor was, not his friend, not his business partner, his friend. And look, we still got Willie in here. Look at Willie. Willie is still going off unhinged by himself in the car. Look at this. This is Willie.
Lamont, you're a basketball player, right? Or you was when you're in your youth or whatever.
Nothing to do with me.
But ask you a question. No. Ask you a question. Have you ever been mentored by a coach, assistant coach, or anything else?
Yes.
So did you take everything to heart and what they tried to mentor you in?
Yes.
All right, Lamont.
Yeah, that's a cap. That's cap, bro.
How was that cap?
Because you're not gonna take everything everybody tells you to heart, bro. Stop.
How you gonna tell me?
He didn't say everybody. Hold on, wait. He didn't say everybody. He said your coach. He said
mentor.
Yeah, a mentor. It's a mentor. What's the point? Everybody's not your mentor.
And that's why I said everything. Because if he took it to heart, I know Jordan didn't tell this nigga to do 10.
Hold on.
20 steps. Hold on a second. Let me finish. I know.
What we're doing is we're talking around the topic instead of about the topic.
Okay, I'm talking about the topic. I'm trying to get to the topic.
Juju, what I'm saying is this. This is not the platform to cry about it. It's too much information to support that Jordan is playing a significant role in Jayson Tatum's game. And it started in the finals last year.
Okay, let's get to the topic.
Hold on 1 second, Juju. Let me remind you, Juju. See, y'all didn't care. Remember, y'all don't read. So you didn't care about Jordan's affiliation with Jayson Tatum last year in the playoffs because y'all don't read. But y'all didn't hesitate to say Jayson Tatum was playing like dumpster juice.
Yeah, he is.
When he was trashing the Olympics, y'all didn't hesitate to say he was overrated and played like dumpster juice.
That's a fact.
And when he's trash right now, the only thing that we've been hearing is that he's trash and dumpster juice. Now, I'm saying is the only thing I've opened y'all eyes to is, and this is already documented, his mentor in basketball is Michael Jordan. Now we want to pretend as if we don't know what a mentor is. This is somebody that Jayson Tatum himself said, I call and speak to after every game. What do you think they're talking about? Are they talking about Jordan releases? Are they talking about?
I know they're not talking about step back threes.
Are they talking about LeBron? What are they? Are they talking about the GOAT debate, or are they talking about his basketball game?
I think mostly they're just talking about mentality. I don't think he's giving them any advice. I don't think Jordan's telling them to do step back threes. I'm not gonna lie. And what they expect in the playoffs. If you think Jordan's telling this nigga to take 15 step back threes, contested step back threes, you're delusional. That's all I gotta
say. He's crazy.
Hey, hold on. Let me ask you. Hold on, Juju. Let me ask you one thing. When Jordan played in the '92 Olympics, why was he shooting so many step back jumpers?
Why is he shooting step back threes?
Well, no, listen to my question.
When
Jordan played in the '92 Olympics, where he played atrociously, where he's one of the worst. He was the worst and least efficient offensive player on that team.
Yep.
Why was he shooting all those step back jumpers? When he played Angola, I think he shot like 9 step back jumpers that he all bricked.
He probably didn't care. He already won. Easy, but why are you not staying on the topic?
No, because this is on the topic of, first of all, we have to connect because
you told me to stay on the topic.
There's a connection here.
Lamont. You told me to stay on the topic. Now you move it to
Juju. There's a connection here. What you're trying to do is you're trying to disassociate Jordan from step back jumpers as if
step back threes.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You're trying to disassociate step back jumpers from Michael Jordan's game as if it wasn't something that he did not do a lot. It was part of his game. And so now what you want to do is, why are you changing? Hold on 1 second, Juju. As opposed to addressing the topic, what you now want to do is you now want to pretend as if you know what Jordan is or isn't telling Tatum. The problem is, Juju.
Wait, you're pretending like you know what Jordan is.
Hold on. No, I haven't. What I've said is this. We don't know exactly what is or is not being said. The one thing that we do know is that's been reported is that Jayson Tatum is using Michael Jordan's trainers, and his mentor in basketball is Michael Jordan. The only thing that we can do with that information, Juju, is say,
assume.
The things that we are seeing, the things that we are seeing.
Just assuming shit.
Juju, hold on 1 second. What we're saying is this: the things that we're seeing transpire on the basketball court with Jayson Tatum, there has to be some level of connection to Michael Jordan and responsibility given out there. And all I'm hearing is what you guys are trying to do is you guys are trying to build in excuses to locate
excuses. What?
Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. What you're trying to do is you're not trying to address the topic, because the one thing you cannot get away from is the fact that Jordan is his mentor in basketball, not in shoe sales, not in dog walking or anything else. It's his basketball mentor. Things relegated to what he does on the basketball court. And when Jayson Tatum starts to proceed to play like dog shit, all you guys are doing now is you're trying to remove Jordan from the equation as much as you can, because you think Jordan wouldn't say this or you think Jordan wouldn't say that, when none of us know what Jordan is saying. The only thing we can see is the product of what he's mentoring. So if you're a mentor, Joe, if you're a mentor,
all right.
And the person that you're mentoring. So, for example, Juju, if you were a basketball player And that basketball player steps onto the court after a year of you mentoring him, and he plays like hot garbage, like for example, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he's hot garbage. Like what?
Hold on. So after he's mentored by you and he steps onto that court and plays like hot garbage, is that indicative of your mentorship or is that indicative of the player?
Okay, all right. Now, are you gonna let me finish or are you gonna cut me off? I just want to know. All right, let me address everything. Let me address everything you just said. First of all, you talking about mentorship nonsense. I think fucking LeBron mentored Bryce James. I think it's hot garbage. Straight.
First of all,
oh, here we go with the cutoff. Okay.
Hold on. This cutoff is here. I didn't use the word mentored you. Tatum used the word up. This is what Jayson Tatum said, not me. I didn't make this up. You're still trying to fight the information. The word, the term mentor came from Jayson Tatum's own lips. So speak from Jayson Tatum's perspective because it's not me. Go talk.
Wait, you just kicked me out. I don't know why, but
no. Listen. You
keep muting me. Do you want me to answer the question?
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna let you go. Stick to the factual nature of.
Okay, I'm sticking to the facts. Let me stick to the facts.
And to help you out, what you could do, I can give you a minute or two to pull the article up on your phone, so you can reference the factual nature of the article without saying things as if I'm just making them up. I
never said you was making it up.
Hold on. Let's double down on a few facts.
Okay, let's double down on the facts.
Tatum. Hold on. You don't have to commentate. The facts are Jayson Tatum said that Jordan is his mentor. That's a fact.
Agreed. He did say that.
The facts are that Jayson Tatum said that he speaks to Jordan almost every single day about the game of basketball.
Agreed.
The facts are is that Michael Jordan recommended trainers he used when he played to Jayson Tatum. And those are
agreed.
That Jayson Tatum used. So these are the facts that we know. This is not facts that I said or I think. These are the facts that we know. Now, as a mentor, if you have some independent definition of what a mentor is and how important or effective mentors are, then maybe you need to be trying to diminish the role of what a mentor is. But the one thing is it's significant enough to Jayson Tatum where he felt like he wanted to talk to the world about Jordan's involvement. So we have to surmise that it has some type of significant impact on his game. Otherwise, why tell the world about it? But go ahead and proceed. I even put you on the big screen so you don't feel like we're over talking you, man.
Okay. Like I said, LeBron mentored his son. His son is hot, straight garbage can. All right, that's number one. And number two, you try to change up the words I used, saying jumper when I said step back threes. And I can find articles at Jordan saying shooting too much threes is not good for his game and shit like that. So when you was asking me about or what did Jordan say about threes, I said step back threes, not step back jumpers. Threes. I think Jayson Tatum is taking step back threes contested. I think it makes no sense. Just drive to the rim. He's 6'10". Number three, I don't know about this mentor. What does that mean? I think it could be saying anything to him. Could be talking about mentality. We don't know. So this is just another hating Jordan topic. That's all this is.
And Juju. I got you. So hold on. It's a hating topic, but check this out, y'all. Jordan is he's so much of Jayson Tatum's mentor that Jayson Tatum even named his shoe after being mentored by Michael Jordan. He even named his shoe the Jordan Tatum 3. They're called mentors.
Yeah, he's obsessed. He's obsessed with these.
Hold on. I'm talking to the people right now, Juju. This is not for you. This is to the people because what you're trying to do is you're trying to downgrade how significant this is. I'm gonna put this on the screen for y'all so y'all can see this because Tatum even named his shoe after Jordan being a mentor. Let me show my screen. Right, I didn't even notice. The shoes are called mentors. Right here, y'all can go buy them You can go buy them on Finish Line Foot Locker. The shoes are called Jordan Tatum 3 Mentor shoes that none of y'all wear. None of y'all will wear. He's so much so enthralled with Jordan being his mentor that he even named his shoes. Not only did he sign with the Jordan brand, he even named his shoe the Mentors. See, Jordan plays a significant role in this man's life and his game. And for y'all to pretend he doesn't, we don't know what Jordan is or isn't telling this man. The only thing that I do know is whatever Jordan is telling him, the shit ain't working. Because what y'all cannot do now is try to pretend and try to separate the product from Jordan. Jordan attached himself to this, not me. Jordan attached himself to Jayson Tatum, not me. And ever since Jordan has attached himself to Jayson Tatum, last year in the NBA Finals, you, the fans, have called Jayson Tatum trash, not me. You guys have called I was one of the few people trying to defend Jayson Tatum. Y'all called me a fool.
Why would you defend this trash-ass guy?
When he was getting benched in the Olympics, I was defending him. Y'all was calling him trash. Stick with the trash narrative. So if a teacher has a class full of dumb kids and those kids haven't learned nothing at the end of the year, they don't know 1 + 1. Who do you blame, the kid or the teacher?
LeBron James for Bryce James.
But you still talk about LeBron and Bryce. Why can't you talk about the topic?
That is a topic. You're trying to put somebody mentor somebody as making their play. Just because the guy's playing garbage, that has nothing to do with Jordan. I think it's just not built like that. It's like, I don't know why Tatum is just not built like that. He's not built for the moment. He's not like that.
Because he got bricks and foundations from Michael Jordan.
Nah, he's just not built like that.
But who's his mentor?
Who's his mentor? Kobe was mentoring him. Then he started calling Jordan.
That's not what it says. That's not what it says. It says Jordan is his mentor.
So you don't know. Oh, okay, go look it up. Now you got to go research. Okay. No, Kobe was mentoring him.
Hold on. Go James Kingdom.
Go do your research.
Hold on. Go James Kingdom. In the article, who does Tatum say his mentor is?
Uncle Mike.
Oh, okay. I'll get an article too about Kobe and his mentor.
Go. Come back when you get that article.
I'll get it real quick.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to the super chat. He says, we got Dennis Murray. Salute to Dennis Murray, always coming through to support the channel. We got to get you on the banner. Dennis Murray with the $10 super chat says, Go James Kingdom and Lamont keep telling the truth and piss these zesties off. I'm enjoying all the whining and deflecting from the topic. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's just a lot of whining and deflecting from the topic. Y'all running around talking about Bronny James. I told y'all, if you talk about Bronny James, that's a father-son relationship, then you better be willing to talk about your father-son relationship. You better not be on no child support. You better not be divorced from or separated from the mama. Your kid better know how to hoop. He better not be a scrub. I'm talking about your ducks better be in order if you want to talk about the father-son relationship. Because if you're a father out here and we find out you owe $30,000 in child support and all this bullshit, well, your ducks ain't in order either. So that's a completely different connection, right? We're talking about mentorship. I think we all know what mentors is and how significant they are. I think you guys have to try to downgrade the value of it because you have to separate the scrubbiness of Jayson Tatum's play from what y'all deem as the greatness of Michael Jordan.
Hey. Lamont.
Oh, man.
The mentor threes. Make sure, Juju, you go get some of those mentor threes, man. Make sure. They got them in 4 different colors.
Hey, I could have sworn I seen videos of Bryce James training with LeBron James trainers and shit.
Why are you still talking
about
Bryce
James? How good is Bryce James? How good is that guy? I'm going to G League, right?
Hey, Lamont,
G League is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Lamont, these dudes are more LeBron fans than I could ever be.
He cannot stop about LeBron.
Hey, no, just ask a question.
It's not about LeBron.
No, I know. I'm just asking a question though. Why is this guy in the G League and barely playing? Seen him with the same trainers as LeBron. What's going on?
Lamont, didn't get you to the G League.
Lamont, may I provide my expertise, Lamont? May I provide my expertise?
Yeah, provide expertise. Why is this guy in the G League?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So Lamont, obviously I was very entertained when I saw the thumbnail for today's show, and I was like, oh my God, Lamont always finds a wicked way to do a show. So I said, you know what? Let me sit back and relax. If anybody who wants to know about this article, it is a Sports Illustrated article. It is a well accredited sports media outlet, so you can go read the article. And like Lamont said, he stated it himself. He stated on Carmelo Anthony's show. This is where they're getting everything from. So this is just Jayson Tatum just praising Michael Jordan and saying how before the 2023 finals, he reached out to Michael Jordan, and since then, Michael Jordan has been mentoring him. And Lamont mentioned something about what was the play style you said Michael Jordan had, Lamont? Forget what he do with the shot, but what was you said it was ISO ball?
Yeah.
No, he said it was step back jumpers.
No, that's not
step
what I
back
said.
jumpers.
No,
I said
Juju,
right here.
I'm
It's
quite
right
sure,
here.
Juju, I asked Lamont. I'm quite sure I
Yeah,
asked Lamont.
I'm quite sure I
I'm
know.
quite sure.
Okay,
No,
let's see if he changes up.
I want to make sure
All
what
right, go
Lamont.
ahead.
I want to make sure what Lamont said.
All right.
I
I want to see if
need
he
you.
switches up his words. Go ahead.
Oh,
Says
yeah,
right here.
exactly.
Hold on. Let me. Okay, here it is right here. So it says, I'm gonna read the whole paragraph over. It says, Tatum's playoff struggles are real. At 27 years old, Jayson Tatum should be in his prime, yet these playoffs have been a nightmare. Normally a prolific scorer, he's forcing tough isolation shots and falling into what teammates privately call hero ball mode. That's not me. Remember, they said his teammates say that. The result equals clank jumpers, stalled offensive possessions, and squandered leads. It's the kind of performance that has analysts using words like inefficient and fans throwing up their hands in frustration. How could a player this talented look so lost? One theory gaining traction: Tatum is mimicking Jordan's play style to a fault. Statisticians and armchair analysts alike have noticed the trend. Tatum's shot chart is flooded with mid-range fadeaways and contested one-on-one attempts, the hallmark of MJ's dominance, but not exactly the shots of modern analytics loved in an era defined by efficient three-point shooting and team spacing. Says Tatum's approach looks like a time capsule to 1996. As the Celtics offense bogs down, the Knicks have taken advantage, mounting comebacks that would have been unthinkable if Boston played to its strengths. I'm trying to find it. You can go to the paragraph where it talked about the ISO play?
Please do that, because I remember hear you saying something about isolation basketball.
Hold on, let me do this. I can find it right here. Okay, ISO. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, so it says, okay, I read that already. Okay, it says right here. It says, Michael, are you talking about when it says Michael Jordan dominated with isolations, mid-range shots, and a score at all-cost mentality?
Yes.
And it says that worked in the 80s and 90s when defenses and pacing were different. Today's NBA emphasizes efficiency, layups, and three-pointers and free throws. The most effective shots, ball movement, spacing can trump even the most brilliant solo efforts. Tatum, in trying to channel MJ's mindset, has drifted away from the team-oriented style that made Boston so good. Instead of quick ball reversals or taking the open three, he's pump faking into contested twos. Instead of attacking the rim, kicking out to shooters, he's trying to be like Mike with acrobatic plays. The result equals empty possessions with frustrated teammates. Hold on, let me go to the next part where it says ISO.
No, you got more ISO. You got more ISO. So I just want to make sure, because that's what I'm about to do.
Oh, and the only last time it mentioned ISO was when it talked about Tatum in the Olympics.
He couldn't fit in with the ball movement style that Kerr was trying to basically install with the USA team. Okay, well, I went to go look up some of these numbers that you were talking about, because that's what I am. I'm the stat man, right? They always say the stat man, all you got is stats. Hey, Johnny, you bringing that stat, Game Kingdom stats. Well, I find it odd, though, that until 2024, Jayson Tatum was averaging about 4.7 isolation plays per game. As soon as 2024 hit, as soon as after he get mentored by Michael Jordan, that leaped up to over 7 isolation possessions per game. And then he's now in the top in both playoffs, in the 2024 playoff and in the 2025 playoff. He's also top 3 in isolation plays. So he changed his entire game these last 2 years to be more of an ISO ball. And right now in these playoffs within themselves, he's the number 1 guy with isolation ball at 8.5 possessions per game. In last year's playoffs, he was second at 8.2. And in 2023, before he started talking to Jordan, it was down to 4.5 in the playoffs.
So let me ask you, what was the
4.8? Okay, go ahead.
What was the common trait of his mentor?
to be an ISO ball and to take mid-range jumpers in today's NBA, you would take 3-pointers instead of the mid-range. So he's doing.
So it sounds like he's getting this advice from his mentor, right?
Yeah, exactly, and is exactly the mentality that Juju avoids to talk about. That basically he's saying Jordan gave him the mental and the confidence to take these type of shots and ISO ball, to take the game into his own hands and to play the Kobe ball. And he also did send the if you look in the chat, the private chat, he put an article from Stack.com. Remind you, Juju was the first one to come up here and say not all sources are good sources, but Stack.com.
Wait, when did I say that? What the heck? I never said that.
Oh, that wasn't you who said that? Okay,
no,
that
what? What are you talking about? I literally said I believe the article he said. I said I agree.
Oh, okay.
He did mentor him. I said Kobe mentored him too. And he told me to go get the article, and I went to go get the article. This nigga, you know that Jayson Tatum is in love with Kobe, right? Like, he's like in love with him.
I wouldn't say he loves Kobe, but he's a big time Kobe fan.
But no, that
boy's in love.
The only problem is this: we're only specifically talking about who's been mentoring Jayson Tatum over the last 2 years when people were calling him trash. Because if we even go back to when Kobe was alive, okay, let's say he was mentoring Jayson Tatum back when Kobe is alive. There was no common mantra that Tatum was trashed in. This trash narrative that you fans have been labeling Jayson Tatum with, not me. You fans have been putting this on Jayson Tatum since the finals of last year. When Jaylen Brown won the finals MVP over him, y'all called him trash. When he was trash
in 2023 in the finals. In the 2023 finals, they called him trash.
They called him trash.
Yeah, and that's when he started talking to Jordan. He said it. I got the article here. He said, on my way to San Francisco, that's when Jordan and I started talking. I started texting Jordan. So in the beginning of the 2023 finals, since then, he has been the choke artist that they all claim that he is, and that's due to Michael Jordan. He wasn't a choke artist before then.
He was playing bad like the whole playoffs last year, even before the finals.
Yeah, no, that's 2024. Because of
Jordan. What are you talking about?
Because of Jordan. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, here we go. People was talking shit about Tatum before the finals.
Juju.
No, yeah, because of the 2023 finals when he started talking to Jordan.
Juju. The one thing I got to give Jayson Tatum credit for is going into the finals, he literally led the Celtics in every statistical category.
Okay. And people were still saying that Jaylen Brown won the finals MVP over him.
No. The only reason people started talking about Jaylen Brown being better is because
the Eastern Conference MVP. No, that's what I meant.
Because in the finals, it was just clear that Jaylen Brown was better in the finals. Y'all doubled down on it in the Olympics when he got benched in the Olympics.
You forgot the Eastern Conference.
And even in the regular season this year, y'all even didn't let go of the label because he was shooting like 10 threes a game. As Johnny just pointed out, his ISOs out of the offense have almost doubled since he started talking with Jordan. And we're just supposed to think that it's just some random coincidence that he's went to this ISO mentality. All of a sudden, after going under the mentorship of Michael Jordan, Tatum is the one that's playing. He's the one that's trying to replicate this style of play. He's taking this advice from Michael Jordan. Y'all getting mad at us like it's me and GOAT James Kingdom giving them this advice.
Now you know. I thought you said you don't know what they talked about.
No, what I'm saying is I see Tatum's play because the numbers support Jayson Tatum's ISOs. Hold on, Juju. Has Jayson Tatum's ISOs doubled over the course of 1 year, right? When a player goes into ISO that much more, and when your mentor is one of the greatest ISO players of all time, and that's all he did, well, how can I not connect the two? When you say that this is your mentor, when you're getting your basketball information and intellect and how to play the game from him, and this is who he's getting his game from. And now y'all seeing what it looks like. Now y'all mad because the information that he's getting and trying to put onto the basketball court is coming from Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
let me get to the super chat real quick. We got Eminem with the $9.99 super chat. He says, the JDRs don't know what good mentorship look like. That's a fact, man. They don't, man. We got Twin Man in the building. Twin Man, what's good, man? What's going on, Twin Man? What's going on with everybody, man? Why are everybody mad at me?
I don't know, bro, but I feel like Jayson Tatum's game is a reflection of the pressure getting to him. He hears the chatter.
I agree with that.
He absolutely hears the chatter. He knows everybody's been talking about how Jaylen Brown carried them to the championship and all this other shit. He hears all of this. So He's going into this again hero ball mode to try to revive his reputation and basically say I'm the lead dog, and he's gotten away from what made Boston successful, which was good team basketball. So I believe honestly the pressure has gotten to him, and instead of him playing to his strength and playing in within the system to make Boston the championship caliber team that they are, he's playing hero ball due to that. I believe it's a multitude of things that's brought Jayson Tatum to this. But at the end of the day, if they don't get it together, they're going to lose. I don't mind because I'm a Knicks fan. So keep doing it, Boston. Keep doing it just like this.
There you go, man. That's just a byproduct of his mentor, man.
That boy Tatum, he not that guy.
I mean, like I said, at one point in time, he was on his way to being that guy. People were saying he could be the face of the league. So at one point in time,
no way.
He's MJ's guy. No matter what you say, he's Jordan's guy. You can get mad all you want to. That's Jordan's guy.
Yeah, Jordan told
Jordan
him.
shoes on.
Jordan told him a few things. That's good. That's nice.
Yeah, Jordan told him a lot of things.
What they want to do, what I believe they want to do, Go James Kingdom, is this is what I feel like they want to do. Anything good that goes on with Jayson Tatum, they want to connect that with Jordan, but anything bad that goes on with Jayson Tatum, they want to disassociate from Jordan and say there's no way that could be of Jordan's doing. There's no way Jordan could be advising him to do this.
Well, I actually have to fight back on that. To be honest with you, Lamont, they're so passionate about how they feel about Michael Jordan and Kobe that they never even thought to think that Michael Jordan and Kobe could be the reason why Jayson Tatum was a good basketball player, because they never liked the fact that Jayson Tatum told them that, yo, Kobe's my favorite player, and I walk with the Kobe mentality. Remember what Gilbert Arenas said, the death sentence is being like Mike. And if you go around here telling people you want to be Kobe and you don't look like Kobe and you're not playing the game the way they want you to play, they're going to hate you. So they didn't even want to think to praise Jayson Tatum enough to even look at this article. This article's over a year old. From SI.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Before this Jordan thing, right? People was on Twitter or whatever I seen. People used to talk about him and Kobe, and they used to try to talk shit about Tatum because he said he wanted to be like Kobe, and then everybody was like, "Oh, you're not Kobe." So that's how I don't understand what's going on right now.
Exactly, you guys. That's the point. You guys are so passionate and so I don't know the word I'm looking for about it that you really didn't notice that Michael Jordan's been mentoring this man, not Kobe, because Kobe, when he was with Kobe, he was like, the second or third year in the league? Jayson Tatum's been in the league for 8-9 years now. So Jordan's been mentoring him now for the last 2.5 years, since actually the last 2 years, since the 23 finals. And this is the Jayson Tatum that y'all been saying is horrible, that y'all been using his play to express why he's never going to be Kobe. So in reality, he's using Jordan's mentality to not be Kobe, which is weird, which is so funny.
So, Juju,
let's say
because in reality, Michael Jordan never had Kobe's mentality. He was never Kobe mentally wise. He was weaker than Kobe mentally. Kobe was strong. By far.
Oh yeah, we got delusional people here. But let me grant you. Let's say
real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Real talk though. I need you to be honest. If Jayson Tatum was killing it right now, bro, do you think they would be giving Jordan and Kobe all the credit right now on why he would be killing it if he was killing it right now? Be real.
No, yeah, they would have said it. They would have went and found this article and said it's because of Jordan.
Nah, just be real. Be real.
Just like Demond said. No, they would have never said it was a code of Kobe. They would have said it was because of Michael Jordan. They would have found this article here.
Let's be real. Let's be real. He's part of Jordan brand. He's a Jordan guy. If Jayson Tatum was killing it right now, what do you think the talk would be right now? If Jayson Tatum did what Ant-Man, if Jayson Tatum was doing what Ant-Man was doing, what would the talk be right now? Come on, tell the truth, bro. What would they be saying?
Wait, who are you asking? What?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I thought you were talking another guy. They probably, if they knew about it, if the majority knew about it, they'd probably say it's because of Jordan.
So why is it so far-fetched to sit here and say or deduce maybe his mentality shift over the last couple of years is due to the mentorship and the bug in his ear? I honestly believe the pressure of everything, because NBA players listen to all the things we say on social media.
He definitely does. I can tell you.
And then you have somebody in your ear telling you, yo, you need to take over this team. You need to do more. Who know? Like again, I don't know what he's saying, but the pressure looks like to me the pressure has gotten to him. So if credit can be given, why can't blame be given?
I mean, people can blame and credit anybody they want. The fact of the matter is, this nigga is crumbling under the pressure. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have a mentor. Anybody can have a mentor or whatever.
Jordan folded under pressure plenty of times. That sounds like Jordan was mentoring him.
Kobe folded on pressure plenty of times. It sounds like Kobe was mentoring. LeBron did too. Your favorite LeBron did crumble under pressure too.
Feels pressure too.
No, sorry, sir.
Oh,
LeBron in pressure moments have always exceeded, sir. Game 7s and elimination games. Yeah, he's always stepped up. Yeah, he's always stepped up, sir. In those moments.
Actually, numbers do say that though.
What happened in 2011?
What you mean? What happened in 2011?
Yeah, what happened in 2011?
What was the pressure in 2011?
No, I can simple question.
No. What was the pressure in 2011? Explain it to me. What was the pressure?
LeBron debate. No.
Okay.
Juju wants to turn this. Juju, I do debates all the time. If you really wanted to debate, go James Kingdom. We can set up a date and time right now where we.
Not trying to debate. I'm addressing what he said.
Hold on, Juju. This is not you. I honestly think you do want to debate. Because you keep trying to talk about LeBron so desperately when this has nothing to do with LeBron. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, LeBron is in Cancun. He is at home. He's packing. He is looking at next year. They're gone. I'm talking about players that is actively playing in the NBA right now in the NBA playoffs, and the team still has a chance, albeit slim, to win a national championship. Y'all wanted me to talk about the players that are actively playing. Y'all cry when I do topics on LeBron because y'all say we always talk about LeBron. But yet, when I proceed to talk about another player, all you come up here and do is cry about LeBron, and you've even cried about Bryce and Bronny James. So, again, stick to the topic. If that's what y'all want, stick to the topic. Quit bringing up LeBron James and then getting mad when we talk about LeBron James on other streams. The topic is mentorship. You sat on this stream and you've just pretended for the last hour as if a mentor does not play a significant role in a player's basketball livelihood. And we all know that it does. Come on, man.
Is Jayson Tatum a champion?
Absolutely. He is.
Then why is it bad mentorship then?
Because what we're talking about, MacDuff, is this. Since the finals of last year, there's been a consistent narrative swirling around Jayson Tatum. That narrative has been that he's a second option. That narrative is that he's trash. That narrative has been that he's not clutch. Even though he won a championship, I don't want to hear that using the championship to support it now, because even though he won a championship last year, it still did not stop people from running around saying that he was trash. He was a number 2 option, even though he led that team in a lot of statistical categories going into the finals. It didn't stop the millions of people from saying he was trash. Furthermore, when we go into the Olympics, when Steve Kerr decided to bench him, it did not stop the world from calling him absolute trash. Really, it was only one person in mainstream media that was really on his side. That was Stephen A. Smith, a guy that you guys really don't even like that. And me, I was the only one saying, look, it's just the Olympics. But you guys still proceeded to call him trash. And as he's choking away right now, and his series is choking there, the Celtics are losing the series to the Knicks. What we've proceeded to see was people really killing Jayson Tatum. But my biggest issue with this, MacDuff, was this. When I looked on Twitter, when I go into Twitter, this is what the fans are saying. The fans aren't talking about Jayson Tatum. The fans aren't talking about the Boston Celtics board play. The fans are basically saying Jayson Tatum is bad because of LeBron James. That's what the fans are saying. So I said, well, if fans want to always try to invest and involve LeBron James into games or players that have absolutely nothing to do with him, well, let's just tell the truth. The truth is that Jayson Tatum is being mentored. He's being mentored by Michael Jordan, not a long time ago, not last year. As we speak right now, since 2023, Jayson Tatum has come out and said, my mentor, the guy that I speak to every day after every game, is Michael Jordan. That's his mentor. And so as you guys have proceeded to tear his game down into oblivion, calling him trash, there also is a direct connection to his mentor playing a role in his game being trash. So the championship didn't stop people from calling him trash. Don't use the championship now to try to dig him up out of this, because you didn't run around when people was calling him trash. I never heard you, MacDef, on panels talking about, oh, he's a champion, he's not trash. Y'all only want to try to use the championship now that we try to bring Michael Jordan into the element. So now you're trying to find every saving grace as possible just to paint Michael Jordan in a better light, other than what he actually is, which has been a trash mentor for Jayson Tatum.
I've been on True Stream, who's a Celtics fan. I've been calling Jayson Tatum a superstar since 22. If y'all want to, if y'all want to take,
we're not talking about how you personally feel, MacDef. This is not a stream about MacDef's point on Jayson Tatum.
Don't tell me how I feel.
The tweets that I put up are the general the landscape of what generally people are saying. Generally, I don't care how you personally feel. You and your own personal opinion about this topic.
You said I didn't hear MacDef on panel.
So I responded to what you said. But your personal opinion about this, how you feel about Jayson Tatum, means absolutely nothing, because nobody cares how you personally feel. I'm talking about the general perspective. No, what I'm asking you is about the topic. Stick to the topic, and then the merit of the topic is the general landscape of this conversation. Not you trying to justify this.
Bro, they're just trying to slander Jordan, bro. That's all this is.
I personally, no, I got Jordan as the GOAT. Y'all always think something is slander towards Jordan just because it's the truth. When I'm talking about this,
Police.
when I'm talking about this, MacDef, is you know that generally speaking, people were calling Jayson Tatum trash. I didn't come up here and say, MacDef, you called Jayson Tatum trash. We all know it probably wasn't MacDef. You got Steph Curry as the GOAT. So generally speaking, talk about this from that standpoint, not from an individual standpoint to protect your own reputation that nobody cares about.
The fans are, well, first of all, don't tell me what I said. I ain't heard you on panels. I'm just responding to what you said. Fans are gonna hate, and fans are gonna say.
Everybody get caught up in their feelings when they
fans are gonna say. I'm just answering.
That's what I really want to know. I really want to know what they. No, what I really want to know is everybody gets caught up in their own individual emotional feelings when they come to FYF Sports. Brandon come up here saying, "No, I'm gonna do what I want." Now you got MacDef come up here. Why can't y'all just stick to the topic and stay out your own feelings like I'm talking about y'all personally? Like I went and slapped your mama, slap your girl, kick your kid down or something. This is not about you individually. This is about general basketball talking points. This is not so that stick to that. Will y'all stop coming up here crying and whining about your own individual feelings about the topic, which I really don't give a damn about. Jesus Christ, man. Y'all come up here so emotional, man. Stick to the topic.
You asked me a question. I
asked you a question about the topic. Stick to the topic and stop fucking crying. You
said both, so I'm answering both. So fans are going to believe.
I did not say both. I was very clear about
Fans are going to believe. Fans are going to say and believe what they want. If they want to call Tatum trash and say Jaylen Brown is better than him, they can say that. If Tatum fans are going to defend him and say he's got the Mamba mentality and Jordan is his mentorship and that's why he's doing good, Tatum fans could say that. The thing about it is, in reality, Tatum is a great player. I think he's a top 5 player in the league. He's a champion, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. What else do fans that hate on Tatum want from him? Do they want him? What else do they want him to do? What
I'm talking about Tatum per se. This is about Jordan.
It's about slandering Jordan, bro. That's all this is about.
This is about Jordan's mentorship of Jayson Tatum. Do you believe it's played a direct role, as a Johnny just mentioned? Jayson Tatum's ISO possessions have essentially doubled since he's went under the mentorship of Michael Jordan. Do you believe that Jordan's mentorship of Jayson Tatum is turning this game south and turning it down for the worst? This is not about Tatum's game and how we feel about
I don't think his
game
mentorship is turning Tatum into the worst. No, not at all.
So how do you explain how his game is taking a turn for the worst?
The reason I don't think his game is taking a turn for the worse, because last year he dialed back a lot of his scoring to facilitate the offense, to drive and kick. And Jayson Tatum is a two-way player. So if he was going away from the offense and what Joe Mazzulla wants, if he was playing, I guess what you say, hero ball.
That's what his teammates said, not me.
then no, then I guess that would take away from his game. But if Jayson Tatum is having success in the league, playing the way he has been playing, then no, I don't think Jordan's mentorship is
Are they
backfiring to
having
Jayson
success
Tatum's
right now
success.
versus the Knicks?
They blown 2 20-point leads. I don't think that's on one. I don't think that's on one player. They had a historically bad game.
No, but we're talking about Jayson Tatum's individual role in being down 0-2 to the Knicks.
I mean, play better. If you're gonna be if I'm Jayson Tatum, if I'm one of Jayson Tatum's fan and I think he's a top 5 player, then I would want him to definitely play better and close the game. That
And you
shouldn't
don't
happen.
believe none of this has any connection. And Jordan has no culpability in being the direct mentor to Jayson Tatum and his style of play. Jordan has absolutely zero culpability in this. The teacher has nothing to do with the student's results, right?
Individually, you can say that, but being down 2-0 for a team success, no. Jordan has no control over the Celtics as a team and the Knicks. If you want to say he has a little bit of
We're
mentorship on how
talking
Jayson Tatum
about
plays,
an
then yeah, Jayson Tatum hasn't
individual.
been playing bad.
Yes, he has been playing bad. What do you call this right here? Do you think this is playing good?
What is it?
That's his percentages.
And that's a direct effect on Michael Jordan's mentorship to you. Okay, keep this. What I would say is keep the same energy. Keep the same energy throughout the series, and we'll see what happens.
You just said Jayson Tatum's been playing good, and his team has been playing bad, and this is
I think he's been playing good. The team just let up 2 20-point, gave up 2 20-point leads. But I would
18
say
points per game, shooting
hold on,
25% from the three and 29% from the field. But yet, MacDev, you're watching something that none of us are seeing, and you're saying that he's playing good.
if y'all want to say that Jordan's mentorship is making him play bad these 2 games, cool. I'm just gonna say keep the same energy for the rest of the series, and we'll see what happens. Because this team, and he's been able to come back from 3-0 leads down 2-1. So
No, but
let's keep the same energy.
The reason why I'm doing it right now when they're down 2-0 is because I know they're good enough to come back and actually still win the series. What I'm saying is, and it's just like something that me and Twin and even Goat James Kingdom pointed out was this: if they do come back and win the series, there would be a plethora of people who would use Jordan's mentorship to say that's why they won. Jordan, his mentorship really helped Jayson Tatum get his head screwed on straight and lead this team back to prosperity. And y'all wouldn't have any pushback in the world. And y'all would give an extra notch on the Jordan's belt for being a great mentor. But when his mentorship doesn't look so good, like it had, like when last year in the finals, when Tatum was getting tore down, like over the summer in the Olympics, when Tatum was benched because he could not function with other stars. And just like right now, when their necks and backs are against the wall and everybody in the entire world has turned against Jayson Tatum, y'all just don't want to face the realization that his mentor and a guy that's played a direct role, not just with words, but with action, because he's using Jordan's trainers. He's using Jordan's resources. He's even signed to Jordan Brand. He's used Jordan Brand shoes and merchandise to get the results that he's getting right now. And so when the results are bad, y'all want to disassociate Mike. But when the results are good, y'all want to run and give Mike all the praise. I just wanted to give you this information before anything good happens, because I just want to see how you guys will be receptive of it. Because if it was good,
we already knew his relationship with Kobe.
No, we're not talking about Kobe. We're not talking about LeBron. We're not talking about Bronny James. The only person that came out of his mouth, Jayson Tatum, said, my mentor is Michael Jordan. The person that I speak to every day is Michael Jordan. That's what Jayson Tatum said. So we're only talking about Jordan. How am I crazy when Jayson Tatum said this?
Because bro.
So are you saying, MacDef, if somebody on another podcast, let's say the Celtics were up 2-0 and Tatum was averaging 51 points per game in 2 games, and somebody did a live stream talking about, man, Jordan's been a hell of a mentor for Jayson Tatum. Look at what he's helping Jayson Tatum do. Would you go up on that podcast and say, man, will you stop, man? This got to be fake, man. Jordan mentoring Tatum ain't got nothing to do with this. Would you go up there and tell them to shut it down? It seems like when it's negative, you want to try to disassociate Jordan. But when it's positive, you want to be inclusive.
I said the same thing about Kobe.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is the good comes with the bad. if Jordan took on the responsibility of being Jayson Tatum's mentor,
No,
that means he also takes albeit a small, he takes a brunt of the blame when shit hits the fan and it don't look good. When shit looks good, y'all gonna give Jordan the credit as being a great mentor. When shit looks bad, now all of a sudden it's just Jayson Tatum by himself going against Michael Jordan's great plan to be a great player.
Who cares about the mentorship? The motherfucker
That's what the
still
show
gotta
is
go
about.
out there and play.
That's what the show is about.
And what I'm saying, before I even knew Jordan was a mentor and talked to Tatum every day, we all knew that he was cool with Kobe and trained with Kobe. But
Bro,
even
why do
when it
y'all
was
keep
bad, hold on, let me finish. Even when it was bad in 22 when he lost to Steph Curry, I didn't go around and say, yeah, that ain't the Kobe mentality. When he won, I didn't think Kobe had something to do with it. I'm not finna say Jordan got something to do with it when he's winning. I'm not finna say Jordan got something to do with it when he's averaging 18 points.
what
It
I'm
don't
saying is this.
matter.
What I'm saying is this. Tatum is the one that exposed the world to who his direct mentor was on his day-to-day basis. Tatum is the one that told the world who was responsible for him being a great player and helping him, aiding him along in this journey to be a superstar. So when we look at Jordan's role with regards to Tatum's progression, you cannot pick and choose how to weigh it. Tatum has already told you how to weigh it. Tatum has let you know this is significant. Name me another player in the league who can say that they have Jordan's name in their phone as Uncle Mike and they text him and talk to him after every single basketball game that they play. Tell me another player in the league that does that. Tell me another player in the league that does that. We care, MacDuff, because that's the topic of the show.
That's a crazy fan talk, bro. If I was a Jordan fan, so you're saying Jordan fans are gonna glaze that Jordan's the mentorship and Jayson Tatum does good. So we're gonna be like, that's a direct effect on because of Jordan. That's crazy for Jordan fans to say that.
What I'm saying is Jayson Tatum is struggling right now. And with the way he's in the manner that he's struggling, according to the article that we read right here, and I'll read it to you again. It says right here, Jayson Tatum, it says Jayson Tatum should be in his prime, yet in these playoffs, he's been a nightmare. Normally a prolific scorer, he's forcing tough isolation shots. When we think of isolation shots, isn't that synonymous with his mentor? Secondly, when we go to and falling into what teammates privately call hero ball mode. When we think about hero ball mode, who none other than Michael Jordan has the greatest hero ball mantra attached to their name? It's Michael Jordan himself. When Johnny talked to you about the stats, once he went under the mentorship of Michael Jordan, his ISOs went from 4 a game to over 8 a game. So he's increased the amount of ISOs so much so that not only do his teams complain about it, but it's now affecting the outcomes and the play on the court. If you look at his game, ISO ball is not his game. And now he's down to 18 points per game. He's shooting 29% from the field. He shoots 25% from the three because he's relegated himself to trying to be an ISO ball player, following in the footsteps of his mentor. Is his mentor guiding him correctly? Brandon's not in the chat. They said let Brandon up. Hold on, let me ask Hitman X with the $4.99 super chat.
Yeah, Brandon was in the background. I don't know if you noticed it or not. He was waiting in the background, but he was backstage.
Brandon, come back up, Brandon. I just didn't see you. I had another screen up, so I didn't see you in there, Brandon. Hit the link.
I don't. Y'all got it. I'm gonna let Brandon come up and talk. If y'all want to blame Jordan for this, that's
let me have a turn, bro.
That's cool. Blame Jordan for Tatum's bad play.
Why are you trying to why are you acting as if he's not culpable to any degree?
Because he has nothing to do with this, with what goes on the court.
He's Tatum's mentor.
That's between Tatum, teammates, and the coach. That has nothing to do with Jordan. He got to play.
I know.
If anything, we see that the isolation, we seen Tatum expanding his game.
MacDuff, what's a mentor?
That's the only thing I'm taking from it.
MacDuff,
from
what's
his
a
isolations.
Mentor? What's a mentor, MacDuff?
I don't know. I don't know what a mentor is.
You want me to use ChatGPT?
Yeah, use ChatGPT. What's a mentor? I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up on ChatGPT.
I went to public school. I don't know. I didn't have a mentor.
we gonna let Brandon. And just
Yeah,
as
let
a
Brandon
disclaimer,
go.
y'all, as a
Yeah.
disclaimer, this is probably going to be extremely off topic, unrelated to the topic on hand, and we're also probably not understanding what Brandon is saying, and we're probably about to get cooked, and we're probably all wrong, man. So, but go ahead, go talk to the people, Brandon.
Okay, so there's a couple things wrong with your take. So first of all, the reason why Tatum's isolation offense is the reason why Tatum played in isolation more is because the offense changed when the coaches changed. So Brad Stevens had more of a system with ball movement. With Udoka, and you see this in Houston too, it was more of an ISO offense. So with Udoka and Missoula, Boston's more of an ISO offense. What is really happening in this series is Boston doesn't have an offensive system. They mostly matchup hunt, and Tatum's going against Anunoby. Lamont, your take is nasty. You're criticizing Tatum. You're not talking about the Knicks defense. Robinson is healthy.
Oh, hold on, Brandon. What the hell have you been listening to? Are you dumb? I never criticize Tatum. I don't criticize Tatum. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
How long Missoula was the coach for the last 2 years, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me say one thing. Brandon, we're not talking about Jayson Tatum's play per se. I don't never criticize Tatum. I know he's great at a lot of different things. Why the hell are y'all acting like I'm the crazy, retarded fans that run around calling Jayson Tatum trash? I'm not the fan base that calls him trash. I'm one of the few that defends him when idiot fans call him trash. I'm talking about from the perspective of why can't y'all just think past just the outside the box just slightly? I'm talking about for all the fans that have called him trash, who are typically Jordan fans. What? Y'all called him not clutch. Y'all called him not clutch. Y'all called him trash when he got benched in the Olympics. Y'all called him trash, not me. That's why I said we're talking generally.
Wait, why is it only Jordan fans that call him trash?
Juju, shut the hell up. What we're talking about, y'all, is the general perspective of people calling Jordan trash. I mean, calling Jayson Tatum trash. From that, these are the same people that now have to face the realization that as he's been playing trash, as they say, his mentor the entire time has been Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And now as we tell people that his mentor this entire time that they've been calling Jayson Tatum trash, now what people are doing is they're running and scrambling, trying to say, no, there's no way it could be Jordan. There's no way it could be Jordan. Jordan, he must have went rogue. He just can't be listening to Jordan's advice. I think Jayson Tatum's a hell of a player. I haven't even given a critique on Jayson Tatum yet. This is not about the play per se.
Right, but
you want to come up here and give a basketball breakdown of the series? We're not even talking about the series exactly.
Right, you didn't even hear my.
What are y'all talking about? But what are you talking about? No,
what I'm saying is
how can I let you finish straight stupidity that has nothing to do with the conversation? Why do y'all come up here and just want to use FYF as a microphone just so you can talk? You're not talking about the conversation. I just want people for once to use 7 brain cells and stick to the topic. I done had idiots come up here like Juju talking about Bronny James, LeBron James. You coming up here saying, Lamont, you're all wrong. You got the series messed up. I haven't said anything about no Jayson Tatum. Do y'all even listen, man? What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Okay,
but you come up here and you try to say a whole bunch of stuff, Lamont. But what's the first thing this man said? You guys got it all wrong. We haven't even said anything to get anything wrong. What are you talking about, Brandon? What the hell are you talking about?
You seem very worked up.
But what are you, Brandon? First thing I want to know, Brandon, is what the hell are you talking about?
Okay, what I'm saying is Jayson Tatum has improved significantly as a passer and playmaker. And Michael Jordan's mentorship, Tatum's not playing hero ball in this series. He didn't even lead Boston in shots per game in game 2.
His teammates said that, not me.
If you're going to say Michael Jordan is to blame for Tatum playing badly, do you give Jordan credit when Tatum played hero ball and he took over in game 6 and game 7 against Milwaukee in 2022? When Tatum took over in game 6 and game 7 against Philly in 2023, Jordan didn't play hero ball when he won 6 titles with the Bulls. He played in a triangle offense in his system. He took over in the fourth quarter when he had the matchup advantage, but Jordan made passes to Steve Kerr. He made passes to John Paxson. Jordan didn't play hero ball when he won 6 titles. That's not what he's doing. And Jayson Tatum's a grown man. Jayson Tatum is responsible for his own successes and failures. Tatum has been in the league almost a decade. But Tatum's not, Lamont, the whole problem with your take here is Tatum's not playing hero.
I don't have a take.
The problem is
this is not a take.
You've said repeatedly that Tatum is
hell are
trying
you
to
talking
mimic
about?
his mentor and play.
I'm asking y'all a question. The question is, how do you feel about it? I don't have a take on it. I like to pose odd, weird Jordan fans with these convoluted situations because it makes y'all actually think for one time in y'all life. And you actually have to use a brain cell, and you're not relying on just talking about LeBron James and crying about LeBron not being in the playoffs.
I'm not talking about LeBron. Jayson Tatum's not playing hero ball in this series, Lamont. He took.
I didn't say he playing like hero ball. His teammates said he playing hero ball.
Your whole premise is flawed.
If he's not, hold on, this is not my premise. If he's not playing hero ball, reports came out that his teammates said he was playing. It says right here. This is exactly what it says. It's normally a prolific scorer. He's forcing tough isolations shots and falling into what teammates privately call hero ball mode. You are acting like I'm saying it. Why would his teammates be saying this, Brandon?
Okay. I do think when Tatum did not get finals or conference finals MVP, he wanted to play a bigger role. But what I'm saying is what I am seeing on the court. I don't care what his teammates said. He's not playing hero ball. Boston's struggling with the Knicks defense, and Boston needs a system that's not an ISO offense. The main issue Boston's having is that they are an ISO offense. I made this point a couple minutes ago. Boston has no offensive system, Lamont. They're an ISO offense.
We said that 30 million times
on this channel. With Missoula and Udoka, they need to move the ball more. The offense is the product of the coach, not Michael fucking Jordan. It's an ISO offense.
We said that at the beginning of the stream. We're not
Boston's
talking about that. Hold on. This is why I put this to start. This is why I didn't want to make it about team, because I said when you lose, there's a million people you can blame. What did I put up here? We're talking about Jayson Tatum as an individual. As an individual in this system, he shoots 25% from the three, 29% from the field, and 18 points per game. So this is what he's doing as a win, lose, or draw. These are his individual percentages. This has nothing to do with this is him. This is far below his season averages in everything. This is him as an individual.
Right, but
Lamont, you always talk about playing below your averages. This is him as an individual.
Right, Lamont.
This has nothing to do with this. This has nothing to do with win or losing. Him as an individual is playing like he's in the garbage can.
Right,
and
Lamont,
this is a direct reflection. This is a direct reflection of him going ISO ball. He's taking shots that he doesn't necessarily take.
That is Boston's offense. That's a coaching issue.
No, 18 points per game, 29% from the field, and 25% from the three is not Jayson Tatum's game.
Yeah, Anunoby's an elite defender. I disagree. And Boston's an ISO offense. That's the problem. You're missing the point. Anyways, I'm out. Game's starting tonight.
Hey, Lamont, you mind if I take a crack at this, brother?
Go ahead.
He's over there spazzing out right now. This is hilarious. You all right back there?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead and cook, man.
All
you
right,
ask these Jordan fans to think for 1 second, man. Their brains just all over the place, man. They cannot think at all, man. God damn.
Man,
just
are you? Go ahead and detox, brother. Go ahead and detox for a minute or two.
Let me get my watermelon. I gotta get my watermelon water, man.
All right, there you go. Just get your watermelon system in there for yourself.
The wrong thing. The issue's the offense the coaches put in, not Tatum.
Bro, there is no issue.
I thought you were going to watch the game.
There's no issue with Jayson Tatum.
Hold on, let Mahari get his take off. And we got Mingled up here to cook, man. Mingo's gonna tell us what Jordan. Because Mingo's older. Mingo's probably been a mentor before. He knows good mentors from bad. And, Mingo, you can tell Mingo is now a mentor. He changed his profile pic. That actually looks very professional and looks like somebody I would follow, man. Mingo Jester is growing up in front of our eyes. Growing up in front of her eyes, man, look like a very handsome fellow. Hold on, man. Let's get this up here. Look at me. Oh, never mind. I zoomed in, y'all. My bad. I zoomed in, man. My bad.
What is going on, Lamont?
Man, you're wrong for that, Lamont. Let me cook now. Let me cook now. It's my turn. So let me say it like this though. I do have a good understanding of what a mentor is. A mentor is somebody that's basically give you guidance and direction of how you should take things in your personal life and your athletic life, whatever avenue of life that you decide to take. Now, as far as the assessment of the Tatum's game, as far as I'm concerned, I hate to be the bearer of brand news to all the Jordan fans. He is playing exactly like how Jordan used to play back then, and it's reflecting on the court. I mean, even during the season, I've seen Tatum play much more ISO ball than any other time in his career. Because before, Jayson Tatum was a player who can play off the ball, who uses picks very well, use other types of skills, make him a dynamic basketball player. But now, it's more or less of the fact that he's trying to silence his critics by trying to be a reflection of his favorite player, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And right now, as we've seen in the series, is looking really, really bad. Can he turn this around? We'll see. But I'm just looking at it right now, and it's just like you're playing like Michael Jordan, and you're not looking that good at this time. That's my take.
Can we give a shout out? Let me give a quick shout out, and I'm gonna go to Mingo Jester next. I got to give a shout out to Herm. Herm says in the Cash App, he says, Lamont, you obsessed with Mike, bro. You sad. And then Herm comes back in the Cash App. Herm says,
that's a fact.
He says, y'all got to give Bron. It says for y'all got to credit Bron's success because of MJ. And that's what Herm says in the super chat. I mean, in the Cash App. Salute to Herm coming through to support the channel. Not for sure what any of that means, but we're gonna take it to Mingo Jester, man. Mingo Jester, what you got?
Man, see, this the thing. I don't know how y'all complain. Okay, so was he playing that same style when they won the championship? Was he playing like Jordan when they won the championship last year, or no? I'm just trying to make sure I understand. Because he just picked up Jordan's style this year, but he didn't have it
last year. At the end of the finals last year, fans were calling them trash.
Yeah, but they won the championship.
I know. Even though they won a championship, fans were still calling Jayson Tatum trash. That's a fact. Because I had to argue locker room on it, because locker room was one of the main channels. We know he don't know basketball, running around saying Jayson Tatum was trash, even though he won a championship. There was and a lot of people agreed with that sentiment. So much so that they took the same sentiment into the Olympics, and they were saying the same thing.
So do you actually think your boy got any credibility? You actually think locker room got any credibility?
No, I believe that Jordan. I believe that Jordan has. I believe that Jordan has credibility, and when Jordan is your mentor, you then become a direct reflection of your mentor as we watch your game. And so this is directly for the people that call Jayson Tatum trash. They need to know that the person behind the scenes that have played a direct hand in Jayson Tatum's game, looking the way it is Michael Jordan. So if you're going to call Jayson Tatum trash, then you also need to be calling Michael Jordan trash along with him, because
I don't know.
That
doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so this is my.
How does that not make sense?
It doesn't make sense, because if you call him, you say you're gonna call Jordan trash. Jordan got 6 championships, 5 leagues.
Yeah, like what?
No,
like,
I said.
What do you mean?
No, what I'm saying
I'm
is
not
this right here.
understanding what's going on. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Herm, let's say you're my math teacher, right? And let's say you're my math tutor. And so you've been tutoring me. You tutored me. And let's say you're I hired you as a tutor because you the GOAT of all tutors. You are the greatest tutor of all time. So I hired you to tutor me. You tutor me for an entire year. But when I go take that test, I get a goddamn F.
How did he get an F and he just won the championship?
Oh, no, I'm just giving an example of how the tutor or the mentor, it could be a reflection of the tutor or mentor. So if I tutor under your tutelage for an entire year and I get an F on the test, that is a direct reflection of me because I got an F, but it's also a direct reflection of you as a tutor for being trash as a tutor, correct?
No. Because maybe you just slow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. That's the whole point I was trying to make the whole time. That's the whole point I was trying to make the whole time.
Wow.
Hold on. So that means in this case, does that just mean Jayson Tatum is just trash?
Yes. Like, what do you understand?
No, it's not the same thing because Jayson Tatum just won a championship, so it doesn't correlate.
No, but we're not.
No, he doesn't want you to bring up things that will help Jordan's case. Like if you say, "Oh, Tatum won a chip," listen to Jordan. That's not good for this guy Lamont's case.
What I'm talking about is, the funny thing about it is what you're saying right now, Mingo Jester, is one of the reasons. It's one of the ways I was defending Jayson Tatum. I was like, look, you do whatever you need to do to win a championship. If you're not shots not falling, you go defend and play make. Right. So I get that the real basketball aspect to it, which you're 100% right. But I'm talking to the plethora of people that since the finals of last year have called Jayson Tatum trash. And I believe Juju is one of those people. That's why he's getting so hyped up about it. Because
I definitely called him trash. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the people,
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
So Mingo Jester, the people that I'm talking to is not you per se, or even Mac Def, who was up here. He's still up here because again. Me and you, Mingo Jester, we don't agree with a lot of things, but me and you can both agree with the fact that if you win a championship, right, sometimes it's not all embedded in the numbers. I mean, that's great. It's something, we can all find the greatness in that. But there was a plethora of fans like Juju who, irregardless of the championship, were saying he was trash. And I'm just letting people know, like Juju, if you're going to call him trash, that's a direct reflection of his mentor, Michael Jordan. That means you're also by default calling him trash.
Oh, okay. You see how you guys said what you guys say that, Michael Jordan gave him ISO ball. That's the advice he gave him. I could just say Jordan told him, when you're shooting bad, do other things. See, I can make shit up too. See, that's how he won the championship. So Jordan made him win a championship last year. See, I can make up anything I want to.
That's what y'all always do. Because Jordan didn't do other things.
Jordan didn't do other things? Okay. You said Jordan didn't do other things.
Wait. Hold on. See, hey, Johnny a liar. He's just a LeBron fan. He's a liar.
Damn.
Jordan,
How you calling him a liar?
Jordan averaged 11 assists one finals. He don't do.
Yeah, he said he didn't do other things though. That's impossible. That's impossible. Jordan didn't do other things.
91.
Wait a minute. Was his shot off? You said when his shot's off, he's doing other things. His shot wasn't off.
No, you said Jordan didn't do other things. No.
Jordan didn't do other things. No, Jordan didn't do other things.
Your words were
Jordan didn't do other things. 5 games does not mean 5 games does not mean Jordan. 5 games does not mean Michael Jordan does other things. You guys shut up. No, 5 games does not mean Michael Jordan does other things. 5 games.
Bro, you got
5 games.
All right.
Michael Jordan does
You got caught, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Super
Super chat, y'all. We got to stop the presses. We got to get to the super chat, and y'all can keep cooking. We got Trucks in the US of A with a $9.99 super chat. He says it's going to be some nasty convos on Tatum in the media and all social media Saturday if he sells again in Boston. He says we might have to pull out the Rose Sparks. He laughing the roast. If y'all don't know what the Rose Sparks are, Zesty Jeffries, I'm sure they can tell you, man. This is one of the nastiest convos. Is JT better go crazy? And well, that's the thing. See, and this is and when Trucks in the UFA, this is a good comment because we all know, like having a bad game or playoff series doesn't change my reflection of who you are as a player. Everybody at times in their career play bad, have letdown series, lose. You play a major role in losing sometimes when you probably, when you could have played better, maybe your team should have won. It's okay to do that. But what I'm saying is, if they get eliminated by the New York Knicks, there is some culpability. The way y'all talk basketball, there is some little bit of culpability you're going to have to give to Michael Jordan, who is the direct mentor of Jayson Tatum in how he plays. Because it's this ISO style that has this man playing this bad. This ISO style that has him averaging 18 points per game on 29% from the field, on 25% from the three. It's the ISO style that has him playing like this. It's obvious to the eye that he's going away from the things that made him a close to 30-point per game scorer. He's not doing those things.
Well, first of all, Jayson Tatum's mentor is not Michael Jordan. Jayson Tatum's mentor is Kobe Bryant.
No, it's not. His mentor's Michael Jordan.
Bro, why the hell would you wear Kobe?
Kobe's been dead for 5 years. He's not a mentor to nobody.
What? What that don't matter? Kobe was Jayson Tatum's mentor. That's why he wore his jersey, his uniform. That's why he wore the Lakers. Last time I checked, Michael Jordan didn't play for the Lakers. Kobe did. That's the last time I checked. Y'all just be up here making up.
Hold on. Mingo,
I've never heard of a dead mentor.
Let's read this from. Let's just read this from Sports Illustrated right here. We're going to read it from Sports Illustrated. Hold on, let me find it where it specifically talks about Jayson Tatum saying Jordan. He calls Jordan after every game, and that Jordan is his mentor. He even named his new shoe the Jordan 3 Mentors because Jordan is his mentor. Hold on, because Mingo Jester seems to be a bit uninformed about the fact that Jordan is Jayson Tatum's mentor. So let me pull it up. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you too. Okay, so let me share my screen so you can see this.
Hey, Blaze RPT is funny in the chat.
All right, let me share my screen so you can see this. I'll zoom in too if you can't.
Oh Lord.
What? I mean, you said Jordan is not his mentor, so we about to.
He's not. Kobe was. He patterned his game after Kobe.
Okay, so it says right here. Hold on, it says right here because we're
Kobe's
talking
game
about
is patterned after Mike.
Because we're talking about 2024 and 2025. You cannot have a mentor that's not alive. His mentor actively right now is alive and well. It says right here, according to Tatum, having Jordan, according to Sports Illustrated, as a mentor. This is what Tatum said, right? Jordan is his mentor.
Only reason why he's saying that because Kobe passed. It's the only reason why he's saying that.
It doesn't matter. That's his mentor right now.
Kobe passed. Yeah, because Kobe passed.
Okay, so you getting mad at me because he selected Jordan as his mentor? He literally says in this article that he talks to Jordan he said the only time that Jordan did not talk to him after a game was when he barbecued the Charlotte Hornets too bad. They talk after every game. Mingo, you don't even talk to you probably don't
why
even,
is he,
Mingo,
because Kobe passed. That's
hold
why.
on, Mingo, there are certain people close to you in your life that are family members that you don't even talk to every day. This man talked to Jordan every single day after every game.
Because Kobe passed.
Yeah,
okay, it doesn't matter
Jordan
why.
made him win
Jordan
led him to a championship, mentored him to the championship.
It doesn't, I know he did. And it doesn't matter why Jordan is his mentor. It's just that Jordan is his, this theme is really targeted at the people that run around and try to say that Jayson Tatum is trash. Because if you're willing to run around and say somebody as good as Jayson Tatum is trash, that means you also have to concede to the point that Michael Jordan as a mentor is trash. And see, Juju is fighting this because he's been one of those rabid fans that spew nonsense running around talking about Jayson Tatum is trash.
When I say he's trash, I still got him top 10. It doesn't.
Why is he trash?
You can still call somebody trash and be top 10.
You cannot be trash and top 10.
Yes, you can.
Why is Jayson Tatum trash?
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
Let
Juju explain this. No, Juju, I want you to explain to us the biggest conundrum in it. You said, I want you to explain to the people because I got to put you on the big screen to explain this. Juju is going to explain to the people, y'all, how you can be top 10 in the NBA, but you're still trash, man. Talk to the people, Juju, man. Talk to the people.
I think in certain big moments, he's just not showing up, and it's becoming a consistent thing in terms of scoring. And people out here, Jaylen Brown is winning Finals MVP over him. Come on, man. Now he's playing the Knicks. Last year, these teams were injured. The Celtics were going against injured teams, and he was still playing bad. And now he's out here playing bad again. Now the first healthy team he plays. Come on, man. He should be dominating this, and he has a better squad. He should be dominating this shit. This should be a sweep, straight sweep. Come on, the guy's not that guy. She's putting in conversations like he's top 5. He has conversation. He might be the best player, top 3. He's better than Luka. Better Luka. I what? Stop it, man.
He's definitely
Stop
better.
it. Man,
Okay, now,
stop it.
let me ask you one. Can I ask you one question, Juju? Because I
What's
don't want
up?
to cut you off. And how he's this bad? You told us how bad he was. How did he crack your top 10?
So the other things he does.
Talk to us.
No, I think his defense, his rebounding. That's how he makes and he's a decent scorer too. But in big moments, that scoring go down, he succumbs to the pressure. It's not like that. It's becoming a consistent thing now. I don't know what's going on. He's
So
not
is
built.
Jayson Tatum, and this is new right here. Is
What's
Jayson
up?
Tatum the best worst player in your top 10?
Is he the best worst player?
Is he the
Probably.
best worst player in your top 10?
He's the best worst player. You're a funny guy. He's trash, man.
But he's top 10.
Yeah, he can be top 10, still be trash.
That's wild.
So he's the best worst player.
Whatever you want to call it.
What do you call it?
Trash. That's what I call it. Like, what you not saying? Wait, were those numbers you were putting up earlier of Jayson Tatum percentage. What do you call that? Those numbers you put up?
Hey, y'all, and these are the people that we be doing the debates with, y'all.
Hey, Lamont, I asked you a simple question. What's those numbers you be putting up? What do you call that? Those numbers you put up with Jayson Tatum earlier.
These are the people that be trying to debate with us.
Don't you be losing debates?
Who against who? You?
I never said me. I'm just saying, don't you be losing debates?
Against who?
Oh, okay.
Tell me.
It's all right, man.
Bro, who is your top 5? Who is your top 10 NBA players right now? Recently, right now. Who is your top 10 NBA players? Go ahead and name them. Go ahead.
Hold on. Can I get King Angel? Hold on. King Angel dropped the super chat. Salute to King Angel too, man. King Angel, he's been one of the OGs of the channel. He's all, even though we don't agree with a lot on basketball, he's always coming through to support the channel, whether he's watching or liking or in the comments. King Angel says Mingo Jester uses MJ jockstrap as a face mask. Y'all need to stop crying, man. King Angel, man. He coming for your head, Mingo Jester. What's going on?
Ain't nobody crying. Y'all just come with clown shit. Bro, y'all trying to put Jordan in everything. Next thing y'all gonna say Jordan got something to do with the terrorist attack. Like, what are we doing?
It's just a Jordan slander show, man. That's all they do, slander Jordan.
Get weird.
Hold on.
What are we doing right now?
Juju, was my last live stream yesterday a Jordan slander show?
I don't know. Should I go check the whole hours? You won't slander Jordan that one time in that stream?
Was my live stream yesterday a Jordan slander show?
I don't know.
Saying something negative about Jordan, is that Jordan slander, or is just everybody got something negative in their jacket?
You can slander somebody with facts.
Just like you slandered Jayson Tatum?
Yeah.
Bro, what's your top 10 though? What's your top 10 current players? Go ahead and name them real quick. Snappy. Go ahead.
This about to be nasty.
Hold on.
It's gonna be a lot of trash players. I mean, if Jayson Tatum is trash,
who's trash? That's his name. Luka.
Anybody under Jayson Tatum is
huh?
That's one.
What you said?
Luka, go ahead. That's one. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Steph.
2.
What do you mean not? I mean, I named more than 2. I said Jokic. I said Jokic. I said Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Luka, Steph. Probably like Jalen Brunson.
You Jalen Brunson?
Anthony Davis.
7.
Jayson Tatum.
8.
He's trying so hard. He's trying hard.
What do you mean trying hard? Trying hard. Embiid, Embiid is injured. I would probably put it if he wasn't injured.
You're about to say Donovan Mitchell. But they also down 2-0. So
Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell. I don't know.
Down 2-0, so I guess he trash too.
Oh,
The Cavaliers. I know who. The Cavaliers down 2-0-2. So I guess he trash. Oh wait. I'm not saying he's trash because he's down.
But he put up 40.
I'm not saying he's trash because he's down 2-0. What are you talking
He put
about?
up 40. He put up 40 though.
Why do you think I'm saying he's trash because he's down 2-0? But ain't that what y'all saying about Jayson Tatum? Because they down 2-0.
No,
I'm not saying he's trash.
Jayson Tatum.
I'm not saying he's trash because he's down 2-0.
Individual play, man. Individual play is what we keep saying. It's Jayson Tatum's individual play.
I don't care about individual play as long as the team winning, but the team ain't winning, so that's when it's become a problem. Because you're not on the team by yourself. Y'all praise LeBron for his stats, and then he lose, and y'all say, well, look how many points he had, but it don't matter because his team lost. So the stats really irrelevant. Same thing with Jordan. Oh, you talking about LeBron?
That's very easy to say when Jordan's winning every time he plays bad, but it's okay.
No, he ain't winning. No, he ain't. He's
Hold on,
going to take 3 points along.
Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Steph, Shea, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Davis, and Jayson Tatum.
Then he said Tatum. Yeah. Then he said Embiid, and I think Donovan Mitchell.
So everybody under Jayson Tatum is super trash? I mean, if Jayson Tatum's trash, means everybody.
The thing about Tatum, he's good, but it's the moments. It's those moments he gets into, and then he just becomes. It's just moments, bro.
He should have never said he was a Kobe fan. They holding him to them standards.
I'm not holding him to no Kobe standard.
He could be 5 of 20. Yeah. I don't see why y'all say Jayson Tatum is trash. Where he's trash at? I don't know where you're getting that from.
What you mean holding him to the Kobe standard? What does that mean?
That means you guys think that you guys think that Kobe never played the 2023 finals like Jayson Tatum.
Yes, he has.
2024.
Yes, he has. Hey, who said that?
Or which finals was that?
2010.
Boston won the 6 for 24. Like what? What are you talking about?
You played one game? That's not a finals. I thought the finals was more than one game.
That's not a finals.
It is more than one game.
Kobe played entirely bad in 2010's finals. Is what you guys telling me? Like Jayson
No, he played. No, I tell you what, he played entirely bad in 04. In 2004, he played entirely bad against the Pistons. Entirely bad.
He played entirely bad, and it was his fault, right?
Yes, it was his fault. I blame Kobe for that final.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
I really do.
Then y'all shouldn't be mad at Jayson Tatum then.
Wait, why should we be mad at him?
Because Jayson Tatum did the same things Kobe did, and he's also balled out as well. He's the only person, and besides Stephen Curry,
when he balls out, I'm gonna praise him. If he balls out the rest of the playoffs, I'll praise him.
How can you praise somebody calling him trash? You're not praising him.
I don't think Jayson Tatum trash.
Do you call Kobe trash? Is Kobe the worst player in the top 10? Is Kobe the trashiest player in the top 10?
No, definitely not.
That's what Juju's out here trying to spit about Jayson Tatum. This is why y'all don't like me. This is why y'all talk about me in the comments all the time. Because I shut y'all the fuck up real quick.
Wait,
what you mean, sir? I want
to ask you a question. What would you describe?
Answer my question. Answer my question before you ask me a question.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead. What's your question?
Is Kobe the worst player in the top 10, like Jayson Tatum's the trash player in the top 10? Is that how that works for Kobe as well?
Is Kobe the worst player in the top 10?
Is Kobe the trash player in the top 10, the trashiest player in the top 10, like
is
Jayson
he the
Tatum,
worst?
the trashiest players? Yes. Since they both have similar games and similar attitudes.
I would have to think about that. Go through the list.
See, Lamont, that's how you make them think, Lamont. That's how you make them think, Lamont.
wait, I'm gonna have to think about that. I gotta look through the list.
That's how you make them think, Lamont. That's how you make them think. But go ahead, you can ask me whatever question you want, Zesty Jeffrey. Zesty Jeffries are very interested in my takes here in the comments.
No, I want to ask you, I want to ask you, how's Jayson Tatum played in this Knicks series? What's your assessment so far of how Jayson Tatum has played in this Knicks series?
For me, you asking me that?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
He's having a tough time finding his shot.
He's struggling.
Oh man. Okay.
I mean, what else you want us to
say? What about the fourth quarter? What do you think he's doing in the fourth quarter? How do you think he's playing?
In the fourth quarter?
Yeah, like the fourth quarters of these games.
I don't narrow it down to just the fourth quarter. I don't know why you guys always think the game is.
No. I'm just asking you. How do you? Because the fourth quarter is an essential part of the games, right?
I mean, from what I saw, he went full 94 feet and dunked the ball to take the lead with like 12 seconds left
Oh
to go,
wow.
15 seconds left to go in the game. That's what I saw. I don't know if you saw that.
What else you wait? What else you saw in the fourth quarter?
I saw Jalen Brunson get fouled, and he
And
got
what
on the
else?
free throw line.
What else was Jayson Tatum doing in the fourth quarter?
I saw Jayson Tatum get triple teamed.
Oh, he's triple teamed. Okay.
Oh wait, was there 3 defenders on Jayson Tatum when he attempted to take a shot or pass the ball? Yes or no?
At what point in the all fourth quarter? Or are you talking about the last play? Are you talking about the last play?
I'm gonna repeat myself. Was there 3 Knicks defenders on Jayson Tatum on the last play?
Oh, the last play. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So he was true.
Yeah,
He was
because
triple good. Yeah, because you asked me about that.
You
asked me about. No. Wait. Hold on. No. Slow down. Because you guys, because like Lamont said, you guys stopped because we started with what Jayson Tatum did to take the 90.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
See, look. This is why you guys get muted. We started the conversation as very simple with Jayson Tatum taking the lead, going 94 feet against the Knicks defense and dunking the basketball. They went up 90-89. The Knicks got the ball. And I brought up Jalen Brunson getting on the free throw line that had nothing to do with Jayson Tatum. Then you asked what happened next. I told you what happened. And because you were getting cooked, you decided to act like we were not just going by play what happened at the end of the game. So when I said Jayson Tatum was triple team at the end, because when you asked me what happened after Jalen Brunson, I specifically stated Jayson Tatum being triple team. So you are not that obtuse or that dumb. Well, maybe you
went to one play when I asked you about the whole 4 quarters of the games.
No,
you went to one play when I asked you. I said, "How Jayson Tatum doing in the 4 quarters?" You went to one play. That's it.
I went to the play that was a clutch play by Jayson Tatum that got his team the lead. You avoided that. Why are you avoiding? Why are you avoiding him getting the lead?
Wait, how did I avoid that? So it's only one play in a 4 quarters?
No, that was the play that got him the lead. What are you talking about? He played. That was a clutch play.
And that's what I'm saying. I asked you about the whole 4 quarters. I said 4 quarter. I never said one play in the 4th quarter.
Okay, I told you specifically from all of this, you are saying that Jayson Tatum is trash. And I'm telling you, if you're saying he's trash, and what Lamont explained to you is because he plays like Kobe and Mike.
Yeah, I don't think he plays like Kobe and Mike.
He does. He plays iso
No, he
ball.
doesn't. He just chucks threes.
That's what Kobe and Mike would be doing if they're playing in this era, because they
Oh
can't.
no! Wait, does Shea just chuck threes?
Huh?
Wait, when Shea was last year.
Shea shoots more 3-pointers than anything else on the court. Yes.
Last year, when Shea was second, was he chucking threes?
Yes.
He was chucking threes last year. Okay, let's go look at this.
SGA chucks threes. All players chuck threes in today's NBA. How many 3-pointers do you think SGA takes in today's NBA, sir? How many threes do you think that is?
Hold on. I'm about to look it up for you.
Go look it up. All
right, I'm about to, bro. Relax.
Okay, you take it too long because he takes 5.7 3-pointers per game.
Last year,
we're talking about this year.
I literally said last year.
5 points. He's the MVP this year, and he's taking 5.7.
He was second in MVP last year.
But he's MVP this year, and he's taking 3-point shots per game.
Someone who's second in MVP in this era only shot 3.6 threes.
What does that have to do with?
I thought in this era you have to shoot more than that.
You know, who says we have to shoot more than that? That's a lot of threes.
Also, you don't have to shoot that much, huh?
Yes, you do have to shoot a lot of threes. What are you talking? Again,
wait,
Juju,
3 years
what are
ago,
you talking about, Juju? Juju,
ago,
what are you, Juju?
Hold on, bro.
What are you? No, you're not. You're not talking. What does that have to do with Jayson Tatum playing bad? What does that have to do with Jayson Tatum? SGA's mentor isn't Michael. SGA's mentor isn't Kobe Bryant. So why are you bringing up SGA?
Who said you have to play like that?
Michael is not. Kobe and Michael do not play like SGA. Michael and Kobe do not play like SGA. Why are you bringing up?
I'm going off of what you said.
Yes, I'm bringing up. I said Michael and Kobe would have to take a lot of threes. You brought up SGA. SGA don't play like Michael Jordan and Kobe.
No, they won't.
Yes, they do. SGA doesn't play like Michael or Kobe. Again, why are you equating what SGA does with Michael Jordan and Kobe when he doesn't play like them?
SGA because you said you have Michael Kobe has to talk.
And again, that has nothing to do with it because Kobe.
You just said.
This mic. Something's going on with this mic. What happened, Juju? Something going on with your mic, Juju.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was modulating. Yeah, this guy just said that, if MJ and Kobe be in this era, they'd be chucking threes. Well, they wouldn't.
No,
again, why are you? Why are you making them like SGA? They don't play like SGA. Why are you making them like SGA?
Yeah, they would. Yes, they would.
Tatum is the exact because who's mentoring Tatum? Michael and Kobe. So why are you using SGA?
Yeah, during this conversations, can you tell me what they told them? Show me the article that Tatum said. Oh, they told me to chuck threes.
Michael Jordan plays ISO ball. That's what he's doing. I
asked you about chucking threes, bro. That's what we're talking about.
Again, listen to what I'm telling you. The reason he is chucking threes is because he's in today's NBA. Today's NBA, you shoot the three-pointer instead of shooting mid-range. So when Michael and Kobe are telling him to take the best shot, the way you think the mid-range was the best shot for Mike and Kobe, it's the three-point shot. So he's taking the best shot that Mike and Kobe is telling him to take.
That is true.
That is a good point. Mike and Kobe told him to chuck threes.
No, to take the best shot as the ISO man. No one rise up. Juju, stop lying on my name. I didn't say for him to take the best shot. Michael Jordan shot mid-ranges because to them that was the best shot. Taking a 22-foot mid-range shot from Michael Jordan was considered a good shot. Taking a 20-foot forward jumper for Jayson Tatum is considered a good shot. And that's what he's been doing. He's been doing exactly what his mentor had been telling him to do.
Out of the ISO.
Yeah, I don't agree.
He's been taking the threes out of ISO.
Chuck threes, bro.
And the biggest thing for me is, I don't think Jayson Tatum is a great ISO player. I don't think that's his MO.
I agree.
And when we look at the numbers, and we see ever since he's been under the mentorship of Jordan that his ISOs have essentially doubled. I don't think the Celtic team. I don't think you get the best offensive version of Jayson Tatum when he's going ISO. You know, I mean, there's other guys on this team that are probably far better in the ISO than he is. And now he's playing to his weakness. And when we think about it, and again, you don't have to, if you don't believe the connection is there, you don't have to agree that the connection is there. But it's just odd that Jordan is his mentor. Jordan is the one advising him on things basketball related with regards to how to play the game. And ever since he's been under the two lineage of Jordan, his ISOs have went way, way, way up. And so much so that his teammates are saying that he plays hero ball. And so if you don't want to think that there's a connection there because you don't want to slight Jordan, okay, that's fine. But if you're going to say that he's trash, I think you got to look at that connection. Because there's a direct correlation between how he's playing. There's a direct correlation between his style of play and how ineffective it is and Michael Jordan. There's a direct correlation there. If you choose to ignore it, okay, then you're just ignoring the obvious, right? This is not like it's Muggsy Bogues telling them, and we obviously can see Muggsy Bogues was, there's a correlation between how Jordan played and what Jayson Tatum is doing, and it being ineffective.
And you want
it's just ineffective.
And Lamont, you're right about how they pick and choose how they want to accept this, depending on how it could reflect on Jordan's legacy. Because if we go to what they're saying here about SGA is a killer for mid-range, they love to use SGA as a mid-range shooter. But when we keep telling them that Jordan would be DeMar DeRozan, who's truly the mid-range assassin, they don't like that, because being DeMar DeRozan isn't making Jordan look good, even though he's a mid-range assassin, although he does exactly what Jordan did from the mid-range, because it doesn't fit the narrative of helping Jordan's legacy seem like it's superior to everyone. So they want to use SGA, who Jordan does not play like at all. Jordan does not have SGA's game of any kind. But when we bring up DeRozan, who has Jordan's mid-range game and who does exactly what Jordan does, that's slander. That's preposterous.
And you know why though?
And that's proving our point. What Lamont is saying about how you just want to praise
one of the
Jordan
reasons why is because
what Jordan does. What does he do that like Jordan?
His whole approach to the game, the one
Pull up,
dribble
pull up,
the
pull up,
mid-range,
pull up mid-range.
but sometimes he has the knack in him where sometimes he can make a three, seemingly in big moments, but for the most part, he's not an elite three-point shooter. He's pretty much a poor three-point shooter. He's relegated his entire game to the mid-range. It was one of the reasons why in Sacramento, why it never worked with him and Fox. Remember, when you look at why Mike Brown got fired, he got fired essentially because he had to approach DeMar DeRozan and essentially say, look, you and Fox can't operate in the same place. One of you guys got to come off the bench. The man got fired because he wanted to bring DeMar DeRozan off the bench because in today's game, you can no longer operate in that airspace and be super effective, especially have two guys on the same court operating in that same space and be super effective. And so
where does Shea operate? Where does Shea operate? Where does Shea and Durant and these niggas operate?
Okay, but
Shea does not operate in the mid-range. Continue.
Yeah,
where does he operate?
Shay's game is
everywhere.
Game is
everywhere. He's everywhere.
Okay, so right here, DeMar DeRozan, and so first of all, when we talk about how a player operates, there's two different prototypes here because Shea is a face-up guy that's going to attack to get to his spots, right? Dribble penetrator type guy, and out of those offensive sets where they're primarily 5 out, the spacing and everything was way completely different. DeMar DeRozan is more of a elbow post up touch type of guy where he's gonna use his size against smaller guards to go back to the basket. He's gonna go to those back to the basket post move from the mid range, dribble attack moves to the elbow. He operates just completely different. So unlike Shea, who can operate almost kind of like a point guard, right? At times, because if you look at OKC's offense, they don't really have the time even have a real point guard on the floor. So it's mostly so when you look at the way DeMar DeRozan operates, the way he operates is more traditionally compared. You can compare it optically and statistically to what Jordan did. Shea just operates far too differently. He's one of the most unique players, and I just think you guys try to make the connection between Jordan because of the finishing results. So a lot of times he gets into the paint and gets the mid-range or the shot right at the rim. But y'all not looking at how he gets there and how the offense even operates. They operate way different. You know, just because you shoot mid-range shots don't mean you Jordan or Kobe. That means that's where your game puts you at the end, but it don't mean you Jordan or Kobe. Like, for example, just because LeBron scores a lot of his points at the rim, it don't mean he Bill Russell or Wilt. That's just where the result ends up. How he gets there is much different. Y'all looking at the end result. Y'all not looking at how he got there.
Yeah, I don't agree. I think they play very similar.
Okay. I don't. There's nothing similar about Shea and Jordan. There's nothing similar.
Okay.
Shea is more so a hybrid point guard, shooting guard. Jordan was not like I wouldn't call Jordan a hybrid. It's hard to even put the definition on what Shea does. Shea is unique.
Shea takes 4 mid-range games per game, 4 shots per game. 4.
4.
4. That's it. 4. That's it. He makes 2 of them per game. He makes 2 mid-range shots per game. If that's Michael Jordan's game, you guys never saw Michael Jordan like we've always told you.
So you're saying he only makes 4 mid-range shots? How many does Jordan take and make?
Well, that's what we've always argued. The late Jordan would easily take 10, 12 mid-range shots per game.
Yeah, I'm not talking about late Jordan. This is young Shea right now.
Early Jordan didn't shoot mid-range. That's what we're trying to explain to you. Early Jordan didn't shoot mid-ranges like that. Early Jordan went to the basket. Early Jordan was more like LeBron in Cleveland early years. It's going straight to the basket. Penetration.
I'm talking about around like 90 to 93.
90 to 93, Jordan's game was not mid-range. It was still the same. It was attacking the basket, sir.
Yeah, that was more like the 80s, Jordan.
So he attacked the basket and mid-range.
That was majority of his shot. Again, no, mid-range was the shot that you took because people couldn't shoot threes. So if you were a guard, you took the 18, 20-foot shot. That was your spot. You had no other place to go. Mike was different.
I get what you're saying about that.
No, you don't get up different because I didn't finish. Fuck! Michael Jordan was the opposite of the normal shooting guard who had to take a lot of 18, 20-foot jumpers. Jordan had the ability to get to the basket. That's why he did that. That was his game. He even told you that. You just said that his game was dribble penetration. Kick. That was his game.
That's not what I said, but go ahead.
That is what you said.
What I said is that he doesn't chuck threes. That's what I said.
Exactly. You used him saying why he doesn't chuck threes, saying that his game was what? A dribble penetration game. You guys, that's what you guys do.
Mid-range game. What are you talking about?
Michael Jordan never said anything about mid-range when he said he didn't shoot threes. He said he doesn't like sitting around shooting threes and standing around waiting around because his game was dribble penetration kick out. He didn't say I sat around shoot mid-ranges. Huh? He said I dribble penetration kick out. That was 92.
He just said he didn't. He said he just doesn't chuck threes, bro. That's what he said.
He says, I don't like to rely on the three-pointer because then you sit around there waiting for the shot instead of doing what I do best, which is what? Dribble, penetration, kick. That's my game.
Mid-range. What are you talking about?
He never said mid-range.
I never said you said it. I'm saying
I'm telling you what you used for you to say.
I never said nothing about penetration.
Yes, you did. I know you didn't say anything about penetration. You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose because you want to be You want to be disingenuous. You're a liar. You are a liar. You're a zesty Jeffrey who holds no accountability for what you said, nigga.
Bro. That's it.
Again, you use Michael Jordan's words for why he doesn't shoot a lot of threes, and you ignored the fact that he said the reason he doesn't was because he likes to do dribble penetration. So you're the liar.
First of all, I did not say. All I said was. Go ahead, Lamar.
All I'm saying is what I think is what you're conflating is why Jordan had to utilize that style of play in his era. Johnny is just basically his biggest talking point is that in today's game, the good shot that Jordan would concede to be a good shot in his time frame is now the 3-point shot. So if if Jordan's asking, for example, if they are having conversations about turning up his ability to go ISO, taking more command of the ball and taking those tough shots as opposed to relying on others, well, Tatum now has to operate in a different airspace. In today's game, teams and defenses who are going to load up the box, they're going to push him farther back beyond the 3-point line. So those ISOs are not going to be elbow ISOs or ISOs at the rim. These ISOs are going to be pushed farther beyond the 3-point line. And as that shot clock is ticking down, there are going to be instances where he's going to have to shoot those ISO pull-up threes, which we see him doing, which to me is not in his game. It's not part of his makeup mantra.
You don't need pull-up threes. Like I told you.
What I'm saying is, first of all, players don't dictate their shot. The shot clock dictates your shot. And that shot clock, that 24 seconds goes by real fast. And Jayson Tatum, who's the number one option on that team, he has the ball a lot. And he has the ball a lot when that shot clock is running down. And when defense are loading up on that box and you cannot drive and you cannot get to those elbows and you cannot get to those sweet spots, well, that 3 ball, you're going to have to learn how to get it off and get it off a lot and get it off real fast because that's just today's game. It's just not as sweet as y'all sound. Right? It's just
Where did you get that? My fault. Where did you get that mid-range shot from Shea? You say he only takes 4 and makes 2? Not you, Lamar, the other guy.
That's on NBA.com.
NBA.com. And to just repeat myself again, Shea in 2025, this NBA season where he's going to be the league MVP, took 348 shots from mid-range. He took 419 three-pointers just above the break. So he shoots more three-pointers than he does mid-range shots. Michael Jordan never did that.
Wait, how many last year? How many did you take?
Man, why don't you start looking this stuff up, man?
Don't worry about this, Lamont. Don't worry about this, Lamont. I got this. This is why, again, I'm the stat man.
He said, he's a stat man. He said he's a stat man.
I'll find the stat man stuff.
Yeah, he's a stat man.
Okay, SGA took 336 mid-range shots last year, and above the three-point line, he took 252 last year. But he took more three-pointers other spots as well. So he still shot, and last year he shot, let me see, let me double-check the average per game to make sure I'm correct on that. And per game, again, 4.5 mid-range per game, 2.2 made per game. He shot 49.4% from mid-range last year.
It says the Thunder. Why are these articles saying this shit?
Because you're reading articles from obscure websites that lie. Stop doing that, Zesty.
The SI.com just randomly makes it up.
What did they make up? What did they say?
Hold on.
You didn't believe SI. You didn't believe SI when Jayson Tatum said that he was the mentor of Michael Jordan.
I did believe. Ask Lamont. I literally said, ask Lamont. Lamont, did I not say I agree with all that he's his mentor? Okay. I never disagreed with it. So what are you talking about?
Hey,
Lamont, I ain't gonna lie, Lamont.
like usual, bro. Like
Lamont,
what the?
Lamont, the three top names in your show chat this whole entire show has been Michael Jordan, LeBron, and A. Johnny. I swear for Lord, you look through the whole comments, they're talking about me, and I've been kind of quiet. I just really been just enjoying myself watching this game.
Because the SI star, it says he's taking 46% of his shots in the forgotten mid range, 30% at the rim, and 24% beyond the arc. Oh, this is according to Cleaning the Glass.
That's if they're counting him being in the paint, but they're not going off of NBA.com numbers.
Wait, what do you mean that they're counting him being in the paint?
Because some people believe mid range is anywhere between 10 feet and 22 feet, but it's really 15 feet and beyond. So the NBA has their own measurement for mid range.
Oh, so now so it's just a different. Okay.
Okay, let
This
me ask
is
you a
some
question.
weird shit.
Let me ask you a question. If SGA takes 20 shots per game and 4.5 of them are from mid range, what is the percentage, sir?
If that's like a small percentage.
That's like 25%. So that means 25%. So that means 25% of his shots.
Well, I'm saying the Cleaning the Glass says it's 46%. But you said that the NBA considers mid range something like would a floater be considered mid range in the NBA thing or no?
Again, it's the NBA. I would believe the NBA knows more than Clean Glass.
You believe? Okay, man.
Juju, do you think Clean Glass knows what mid range?
I think me and you and Lamont probably would disagree. All three of us would probably disagree with the mid range.
Lamont's
not consider mid range. Like a lot of people think of different things with mid range. Some people think like floater range is mid range. Like it could be.
No,
go ahead.
Lamont would not argue with the NBA mid range data. He's not.
I don't argue with tracking data. Tracking data is accurate as fuck because it's just cameras tracking players. They don't have a reason to lie.
I'm not arguing with the tracking data. I'm saying the way what they consider mid range. That's what I'm talking about.
Lamont, do you think Clean Glass got it correct by saying 45% of SGA's numbers are mid range, or the NBA got it correct saying 25% of SGA's numbers are from mid range? Who you think?
I'm definitely going with NBA.
Okay, so only you, Juju, here.
Okay, I'll go and clean it. I'll go clean Glass.
Of course, you have to, because
of course you have to.
Wow, going against with the NBA? So going with the NBA is wrong? Going with the NBA is wrong is what you're telling me.
Going with the NBA is wrong. NBA, you can go whatever you want. I'm going what I want.
No, it's not what I want. I want to be right. And the NBA makes me right.
Just like you said that article, this is on SI.com. I'm going with SI.
I know, but SI is telling you where they got the information from. I'm telling you.
I'm going with SI. I'm believing SI.
But that's wrong.
Says who?
Says the NBA.com.
Now I'm taking SI, man. I think SI's right. I think SI's right. I think SI is right.
And ladies and gentlemen,
and that's from the I'm not gonna lie, from the eye test too, I see SJ taking more than 4 mid range last year. I definitely
I'm quite sure you watch every OKC game, ladies and gentlemen.
I watch a lot of OKC games.
Minnesota right now, they're up on Golden State 29-15.
God damn!
31-15.
Oh man, Steph.
So we're gonna see. Well, it's bad. It's looking bad. We'll see how it looks. Yeah,
I knew it was gonna happen when Steph.
Hold on one second. It's just not looking like they could be competitive without Steph. But they're gonna have to make a run, and they're gonna have to do it early. If they're gonna have to cut into this league quick. So my biggest thing that I'm watching for here out of anything in this series is I just really want to see how Jimmy Butler reacts, because I think the only way they have a chance in this series, they need one monster game out of Jimmy Butler.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hold on one second.
My fault.
Hold on one second, Juju. What they need, y'all, is they need one monster performance from Jimmy Butler. If you could just get him to win you one game, that'll buy you enough time in this series to hopefully get Steph Curry back healthy. But there's no way, if he can't win you one game, then you're looking at 3 losses. And one win will buy you a tie series by the time Steph comes back. And I think you can withstand that. So can Jimmy Butler pull something out of his ass and get the Warriors a win? I don't know. Don't know. They're already playing zone to start this game. They got Podziemski, and I mean, they've already brought in Kevin Knox, and he's the ultimate bum. You know, how he's in the league is wild to me. But you know, I don't know. This Golden State team is different, man. They can fight, but it's just not looking good, man. But well, I'm about to get off here because I want to make sure I watch this game myself, and I gotta get to a workout and stuff.
All right. Hey, Lamont, real quick, just so that you can see this here again, it's a part of what you were stating about today's whole topic. Hey, Johnny, SGA love for the mid-range comes from Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson. Again, remember.
Hold on, where does it say that at?
Right,
oh yeah, lady said that.
Yeah, that's fact.
Oh,
He
I see
loves
it right
Kobe
here.
Bryant.
Based off what? Where do we get this from? Jayson Tatum's game can't be based off of him saying Jordan's mentoring him, but somehow they have no knowledge or no facts about SGA's mid-range game, but somehow it's because of Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson. I would love to know where you guys got that SGA's mid-range game came from Kobe Bryant.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's like everybody else's game can come from something, and but when it comes to Jayson Tatum, when he's playing like trash, that can't come from Jordan. So, I mean,
He comes. His love for mid range came from Kobe. Kobe took mid range.
Jordan is more than just mid range basketball.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is that
Jordan is just like a mid range player.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
when you get old.
What I'm saying is that
why can't it be from Adrian Dantley? Why can't it be from Alex English? Why can't it be from Gail Goodrich? Why can't it be from Sam Jones? Why can't it be from
who are you
these
talking
players?
about? Who?
Why can't it be from Mark
what? Who are you
Aguirre?
talking about?
Mid-range assassins. Mid-range assassins, sir. Mid-range assassins.
Wait,
sir.
who? I'm talking about who you saying get it from those people. What are you talking about?
The same people that you saying got mid-range from Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Why couldn't they get it from Adrian Dantley?
Who did I say got it from Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan?
SGA.
Yeah, he did get it from Kobe.
Why couldn't it be Adrian Dantley? Why couldn't it be someone else? Why couldn't it be
Because these players love Kobe and Jordan.
Huh?
Because these players love Kobe and Jordan. Like what?
Mitch Richmond. Why couldn't it be Mitch Richmond?
It could have been, but it's not. Wait, what? It could have been, but it's not.
How do you know? How do you know?
What do you mean? How do we know? Because these players will say it. They'll tell you.
When did they tell you? When did SGA ever say his mid-range game came from Kobe?
Did you just say that? What did you just say?
No, I'm telling you that's what y'all are saying. We're trying to figure out where y'all getting this from.
Oh, I thought you just said that his love for mid-range came from Kobe.
That's what y'all are saying.
That's what you just said.
No, because I thought he just said that because he was like his love for. I think he was reading an article or something. That's why he said his love for mid-range came from Kobe. He's reading an article because
I'm reading a Zesty Jeffrey comment that's on the screen right now.
Oh, okay. No, it might be a comment, but I know that I've seen an interview that SGA has said like Kobe Bryant's like one of the best ever. Like he loves Kobe. So I don't know if what that guy is saying to you is facts or not. I have to research it, but I'll take a quick Google search and see if that's true. I thought you was reading an article. That's why you said that.
No, I'm just trying to figure out where y'all getting this from. Because like I said,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where that guy got that from.
The Rose is really the mid-range assassin, but y'all don't want to go there. So
You're playing Kevin Knox over Jonathan Kuminga, man.
Kuminga got some minutes. Kuminga got 3 minutes so far, 2:48 so far.
Yeah. This is not, I'm not gonna lie though. People are saying that Kerr was smart for not playing Tatum in the Olympics.
See,
people are nasty.
Yeah. And blame Jordan's mentorship.
Jordan led him to a championship. His mentorship led him to his first championship.
Yeah, but you said you called him trash after the championship.
Yeah, he's trash.
So
he led him to the championship.
I thought Jaylen Brown won them the championship.
See, you know that's the thing. I figured out, hey Johnny. Once we inject Jordan and they find out Jordan's role, it forces them to give Jayson Tatum credit for the championship. They have to now acknowledge that their championship.
Why wouldn't I give Tatum credit for his championship?
Think about this.
Because he's not the MVP. He didn't win the finals.
He was calling him trash. Remember, he said he was loud and proud about Tatum being trash, even with the championship. Once we injected Michael Jordan and we showed his involvement, all of a sudden, you remove the trash label and you're giving him credit for the championship.
Wait, I literally said he's still trash. Like, what are you talking about?
Cannot give him credit.
These are some special human beings, Lamar. I'm telling you.
Wait, why can't I give him credit for a championship?
He's the best, worst champion ever.
Oh man, How can I get on Rated R? How can I get on Rated R's channel?
He did other things. He did other things. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I thought Mookie's whole channel got deleted. He had to restart from scratch.
Damn.
That's his name. Rated R's name is Mookie.
No, so he got banned from YouTube, and like he did something like I guess they was bullying somebody or they might have said something crazy, but his whole channel got taken down by YouTube, and he had to start back again from scratch. So I don't know what is like. Ever since that's happened, I don't see his channel. I don't see notifications. Nothing. They did put that motherfucker under the YouTube bandwagon, man.
So I just googled this thing like Shea with the mid range. And it says Shea has stated that he modeled his game, particularly his mid-range shooting, after Kobe Bryant. So maybe that's where the comment was coming from. So if that's true, then yeah, I guess it is. I mean, it makes sense. It's like Kobe, Jordan, because they're the most popular players. Players going to come up like them. Just like Durant and Paul George and people like LeBron. Well, a lot of people can't play like LeBron because the physique, but yeah, they're gonna model their game.
Hold on, you're lying. Huh? I just pulled it up.
I'm lying.
I'm reading it right here.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander strong mid-range games is a result of his influences, his admiration for mid-range specialists like Sam Cassell and Chris Paul. That's what it says right here. I'm reading it right here.
Wait, hold on. My shit says Kobe. Hold on.
Bro, it says right here. It says his inspiration for the mid-range came. It says mentorship. The funny thing is right here, hey Johnny. It literally says.
Bring it up, Lamont. Bring it up. Tell him.
Hold on.
Okay. I'm gonna post my things. Hold on.
No, hold on. I'm reading it. It says mentorship from Sam Cassell and Chris Paul. And because didn't he play with Chris Paul that 1 year? Chris Paul.
Yeah, he was on the Clippers. He was on the Clippers.
My favorite. This is what he said. All right, go ahead.
This is in a focus on developing the shot early in his career. He recognized the value of the mid-range shot in the three-pointer where it's often left unprotected. His mentor was Sam Cassell. It literally says who his mentor was.
Okay, let me read what my article says. My favorite players growing up were Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson. They shot a lot of mid-range. For me, it was just a part of the game. It was a skill set, a weapon. I try to implement in my game, and I've done so.
Who was his mentor?
Who was his mentor? I don't know. Whatever you just read.
Sam Cassell was his mentor. What was Sam Cassell known for, Johnny?
Mid-range.
Yeah, he's mid-range. Wait, what's Kobe? What's Kobe? Wait. When did I say other players can't mentor these people? What are you talking about?
Because this whole show is about mentors, not who you like, your mentors.
I'm not talking about like. He just said he implemented Kobe Bryant's game into his. So what are you talking about? Talking about the mid-range.
No, he said he admired Kobe Bryant's game and they had mid-range and that's a part of his game.
What?
What
you said?
Juju. Who's his mentor?
You just said it. Sam Cassell and Chris Paul.
Where did Sam Cassell operate for his entire career?
The mid-range. What are you talking about? Wait, what do you
put on the screen?
I'm so confused. Like, are you saying the article I just read is lying?
Put it on my screen right here, just so we can know because we're talking about mentors.
Okay, let me post the articles. Let me post the article.
Lamont, they don't listen. Lamont.
What is it? Hey Johnny, can you help me out?
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Let me see. What does it say? It says Sam Cassell was a mentor to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, specifically while Cassell was an assistant coach for the Los Angeles Clippers. Cassell, a former NBA player and now assistant coach, recognized Gilgeous-Alexander's potential and worked closely with him, providing guidance and training. Even traveling with Gilgeous-Alexander, native Canada to coach. Even went to Canada to coach him. Cassell's experience as a former NBA player, including winning championships as a rookie, allowed him to share wisdom and insight with Shea Alexander.
Who helped him mold his game?
Sam Cassell, not Kobe. Who helped mold Jayson Tatum's game? Not Sam Cassell.
Making up stuff,
Kobe.
They just be wanting to give people credit, man, for nothing, man.
Wait, what? Wait. Lamont, what did I make up? You said I made something up. What did I make up?
who you like and who you choose to be your mentor are two different things.
No, you said I made something up. What did I make up?
No. What I'm saying is this. I'm just talking in general here.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying
okay.
I'm saying this whole show was about Jayson Tatum's mentor,
Mhm.
not who, because y'all kept talking about who Jayson Tatum liked. We all know he liked Kobe, but his mentor, out of his own mouth, was Michael Jordan. We all know that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like what
No,
kid in his
he was
era?
mentored by Kobe too.
Hold on 1 second. Hold
All
on.
right, go ahead, go ahead.
What kid in his era didn't grow up liking Kobe? Everybody grew up, especially if you was a good hooper, admiring Kobe. But when you talk about your mentorship, when you talk about Shai, when it talks about molding him into the NBA player that he is today, it literally says right here that Sam Cassell worked closely with him, provided guidance and training, because that's what mentors do. Because remember, y'all were trying to act like Jordan was just had this very casual effect on Jayson Tatum, but as it shows you right here, mentors are more than just a casual effect. They provide guidance and training. Now, that's all I'm saying.
So wait, now you're saying that Jordan went there and trained him? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, Jordan played a role in Jayson Tatum's training, yes.
He's using Jordan's trainers.
Okay, so like I said,
and not only that, Lamont. So wait a minute. So SGA's game is predicated off of being a Kobe Bryant fan and liking Kobe Bryant, but we can't say Jayson Tatum's game is the same. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Wait, I never said you can't say that. What are you talking about?
Y'all did say that's the whole point of today's show is to show how Jayson Tatum's game is like Michael Jordan, which is what Kobe Bryant's game is predicated by. Supposedly, Kobe Bryant is the second coming of Michael. So that means Jayson Tatum has been playing like Mike and Kobe. You guys have been arguing this for 3.5 hours.
That he hasn't.
Now that SGA is brought up because you guys like SGA and you want to attach with SGA's greatness to Michael Jordan and Kobe. So now because SGA likes Kobe,
says it himself.
And so did Jayson Tatum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
so Jayson Tatum's games and his flaws is because of Kobe and Mike.
Wait, so people's flaws? Now you're just saying random.
No, because Jayson Tatum has flaws. SGA has SGA doesn't have flaws. That's why you like that, because there's no flaws in SGA's games, but there's flaws in Tatum's game. So this we cannot attach to Mike
Tatum
and Kobe.
Doesn't play like Mike.
He does.
Hold on.
No, he
doesn't. We told you SGA don't play like Mike. SGA don't play like Mike.
No, he does not play like Mike.
Well, hey Johnny,
and so does SGA.
Hey Johnny, it's simple. What they want to do is they want to take all of the good,
exactly,
and apply all it, but they don't want to accept the bad that comes with trying to play like Kobe and Mike. Because again, there's a trade-off. If you want to run around in this era playing like Kobe and Mike, there's a trade-off that's going to come with that. There's good that can come with that, and you guys want to take all the good, but then there's also bad that can come with that. Because if you emulate Kobe and Mike in this era, there's going to be some times where that shit looks super inefficient and it looks like horrible, bad basketball. So you got to take the bad with it as well.
I agree.
Don't all of a sudden, because remember, it was so bad with Jayson Tatum that you admitted, you've been calling them trash even though they won the championship. So shit must be real bad. So there must be something in Kobe and Mike's game that he's emulating.
Jayson Tatum does not play like them. Like, what do you not understand?
SGA doesn't either. SGA doesn't either.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
All Jayson Tatum does is chuck threes. That's it.
Let me get Khalil in this real quick, man. Khalil, how does he only chuck threes, but you got him in your top 10? That's
well, he does other things.
Khalil, what you got, man?
Hey, salute, Lamont, man. Haven't been on in a minute. Salute, hey, Johnny. I think Tatum's the way he playing. I get your point, Lamont, and you brought up some really good points as far as Tatum. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Khalil.
Okay. As far as Tatum, getting Jordan recommended trainers and all that type of stuff, I'm not going to argue against that. I think it's more so Missoula more than anything I see, especially down the stretch of these games. They don't run any plays. They just play open basketball, like open gym basketball. You look at the Knicks was actually running sets and stuff down the stretch of these games. Like the Celtics just come down and shoot threes the entire time. So I get the point where you talked about, or I think Johnny brought up the point where since he's been being mentored by Jordan, he took more isolated shots and stuff like that. Like I get all that, but I just think Tatum is just a product of today's NBA.
Ant-Man just went down with an injury, y'all.
Yeah, he more of a product of today's NBA, man. They all
Ant-Man
do this.
He's shaking his head too.
Oh hell no! What the heck?
They show
This
Stephen
one
Curry.
bullshit.
He did that though. He did that when LeBron hit his leg. I thought it was over
but
then
he
too.
down
Yeah.
right now. He got his head in his lap and he's shaking his head. He's shaking his head saying no.
That's what he did when he got hurt with LeBron. He was doing the same thing, grabbing his knee, screaming no, shaking his head. I thought it was over then. I thought he tore his ACL then. But maybe
right,
he's serious.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
It was serious enough where they stopped playing. They called a timeout.
Oh man, we got to see this.
if that's the case, then we definitely got a series now.
It took you a minute to finally talk about this, Lamont. I thought you would talk about this earlier or sooner, Jayson Tatum. Because he's been struggling like this for a minute. You go back and look at the finals he played against the Golden State Warriors, and he didn't do too well in those finals. And then you couple that with last year.
When Jayson Tatum to me is good enough to where even if he struggles offensively, he gives a lot of value other places. So it's hard for me to he's not like a Luka. Like when Luka's struggling offensively, that motherfucker ain't give you nothing nowhere else. It's over with. Tatum, on the other hand, he could be an elite playmaker at times when he's not scoring. He can be an elite defender. At times, he's an elite rebounder. So he does so many other things well. I think fans get caught up in when he's not scoring well to call him trash, but he does too many other things well to at least if he's not making shots, he's giving you productivity in other places. And he's not just a liability on the court. And so that's why I haven't really killed him, because even against Golden State when they lost, I thought he played decent. And then even when they won last year, when his offense wasn't where it needs to be, he was still decent defensively, and he was decent on the rebounds and the playmaking. It's just hard. That's why I say it's hard to really kill Jayson Tatum, because he still finds a way to always have an impact on the game. I think against the Knicks, though, he's just been. This is bad right here.
So where would you incorporate Mazzulla and all this? Because to me,
no. I agree. With everything that you said with the Boston right now, because I wasn't really the stream wasn't really per se killing him for his play, because when I look at this series, there is a multitude of problems all over the place. One, like you said, I think the number one thing is they don't have a system, and I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. I said they don't have they struggle late game, because when you need a system and when you need to slow down and actually get to a play to really get a clean shot, they don't run nothing. They just you know what I called them? I called them the other day. I said they the NBA version of the Chino Hills with Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball. That's what they are. Super talented. And if you walk in there at the wrong day and the wrong time, you might get ran out the gym.
Yeah.
But just like, but then when you play like that, it comes with a price, because when them threes stop falling and you actually, one of the things I gave credit to the Knicks for was this is one of the most disciplined teams in the NBA.
Yep.
And no matter how you slice, they might get down. If they get within 3 to 5 points and it's in the fourth quarter, you might be in trouble.
Yep.
They did it against the Pistons. And it's just like, when I seen them come back in that first game, I said, oh, fuck. I said, these motherfuckers really let the game get within 5 points. The one thing, I don't even like Jalen Brunson. That motherfucker is clutch, though, than a motherfucker at the end of the game.
Yeah, he is. That's why you gotta be patient when you play. So like what showed me, remember the game against Cleveland where they went up like 30-3 or something like that. And the Cavs ended up coming back and walking them down. And then you couple that with, like you said, the Detroit series. You look at the first two Knicks games, they was up 20 plus and managed to blow these leads. Because when those threes stop falling, they don't run in these sets. And that's a problem. You do have talented players, and this has always been an issue, even when they won last year. I think that they need a point guard, man. They need somebody that can actually calm them down and get better looks at the rim. That's one thing Michael Jordan was really good at, is he was really good at top percentage shots. He didn't just come down jacking up shit. Even if you look at the mid-range, Jordan got to all his spots on the court. So I wouldn't say that Tatum play like him,
Apparently he does, man. Apparently he does.
No. I'm not
wouldn't
saying
say that.
I'm not saying he plays like Jordan. What I'm saying is, and the funniest thing, I'm always doing something to troll, right?
Mhm.
There's, for example, that's why I'm glad Juju is up here, because I actually spent a lot of time this summer defending Jayson Tatum. For all the people that was running around calling him trash, I'm really trying to explain to people he gives you so much value in other places. How can you call him trash on top of the fact he won a championship? Like, it's hard to just say that's trash. But so it's really a troll to all the people, because more than ever, people are right now, it's low-hanging fruit to call him trash. But people were calling him trash after he won the championship. People were calling him trash the Olympics. People are calling him trash right now because they're down to the Knicks. So right now is the perfect time to, well, then if he's trash, what you see on the court has a direct association to him being mentored and guided by Michael Jordan. So what you see on the court is a byproduct of a lot of y'all's GOAT, Michael Jordan. He's the one that's advising him. He's the one that's helping him get trainers. He's the one that's talking to him after every single game. The inefficiency, the bad shots, the horrible ISOs, these are all byproducts of who his mentor is. And if you're going to call him trash and not give him credit for all of the other stuff that makes the Celtics good, then you're going to have to call Jordan trash as a mentor. And is because, as this article I read stated, is Michael Jordan's mentorship leading Jayson Tatum down the wrong path because that style of play isn't applicable.
Who else has Jordan mentored?
I don't know. I just know who he's mentoring right now, and it's a guy that y'all say is trash.
No, I'm just saying, like, if I find other players that he mentored and they're doing good,
Steven Jackson.
What would that mean? What would that mean?
Kaminsky. What's the other kid? Gilchrist. The other Gilchrist.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Michael Gilchrist. Terry Rozier. LaMelo Ball.
I think you can play that way. I think you can do the one-on-one stuff. I think you have to do it in moderation. You have to know when to do it. Like, Jordan knew how to manipulate the game. So, like, there's a time, and you can't, like, with Jayson Tatum, it's like they so erratic, he don't know when to apply it. Like, you have to understand how to read the game. He don't know how to read the game. Like, you can still play that way. Kobe played that way, where he would take isolated shots and stuff like that, but he knew how to read the game.
ISO basketball only works in a system. If
I agree. I agree.
Y'all just coming up to court, no plan, no nothing, and you just going ISO, which is kind of looks like that's what the Celtics do. You're gonna get barbecued, man. And so obviously in a system and it's by design, okay. But if it's not by design and it's not organized, y'all gonna get ran out the gym. So.
That's why they needed Phil Jackson. That's why they needed Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson's the reason why they were able to use those ISO balls and that ball hogging.
Oh, they said Jordan mentored Kwame Brown, man. Yeah.
He did mentor Kwame Brown. That was one of his mentors, and he also mentored what's it called too? Stacey King.
What was the other guy? Scott
Brown.
Did
he mentor Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, the garbage can get a steak every now and then. So if he did, it would be one out of several.
Reggie Miller helped mentor Kobe Bryant. Reggie Miller was one of the first people to mentor Kobe Bryant when Kobe Bryant first came into the league. Reggie said it the other day. He had the same agent with Reggie. They used to talk all the time. He even taught Reggie how to do the
they said Michael Jordan didn't mentor. He said Michael Jordan didn't mentor Kobe Bryant.
I don't never heard Kobe said he was mentored by Michael at all. No.
Okay.
He said he had a relationship with Michael. He would ask Michael for advice on certain situations and stuff like that. Even including outside of basketball, just life advice and things of that nature.
Mike never even sat and had dinner with Scottie Pippen, let alone mentor Scottie Pippen. So we know he didn't mentor Scottie. Yeah.
Oh, so Michael Jordan. Okay. So I'm gonna get all these articles. So he never mentored Kobe. He never mentored Scottie. What else? What else I should look for?
No, he never. I mean, I get Reggie just said that. Reggie just said that when he met Kobe, Kobe was asking him about Mike. So that means obviously he didn't have information from Mike. He wasn't contacting Mike. I think later on in Kobe, I think later on in Kobe's career, after winning a couple of championships, he was able to get in touch with Mike and have some conversations with Mike. But by then, Kobe was Kobe.
Yeah. Okay.
Buddy tried. It sounds like you searching for something positive. Like they laid out all the groundwork, so you can't really refute the argument for Tatum. So you trying to look for somebody else, Jordan, quote unquote mentor.
I'm not trying to refute. I'm not trying I wasn't trying to
Walk away
refute the
from this
Tatum.
conversation with a smile on your face.
No, I
And
never.
remember,
Yo, bro, I
Khalil.
never once.
And
I
Khalil,
never
remember,
once.
Khalil. They're the ones, not me. They're the ones saying that Tatum is trash. Not
Yeah,
me.
Khalil. I never once said that Jordan never mentored Tatum. I don't know
Well,
why. Like, I don't know why you
I'm
keep
not. I'm
saying.
not
I don't know why
saying. I'm not saying you said that. I'm not
like
saying you
what?
didn't say that, bro. I'm just saying just me listening to you because I've been listening since Lamont started
Mm-hmm.
it. Like you
Yeah.
came up and just like a typical Jordan or Kobe fan, y'all use LeBron as a get out of jail free card. So you came up here and you got to talking about LeBron and who did he mentor. Then you got to talking about his sons and how Bryce was trash. So you
Yeah,
literally
because
diverted the
because no, I
conversation.
said hold on, because I knew this was a troll. When I first came up here, I said, "Oh, this is what we're doing here." Okay, you're trolling. So I started
How am
trolling
I
too.
trolling when I'm literally
You
speaking to
just
people like you
a
who
troll.
call Jayson Tatum
You
trash?
just this is some bullshit.
It's
So Jordan, you're
bro,
trolling.
your
So you've
mic.
been
Hold on,
trolling the whole time. So I said, okay, so these guys want to troll.
Juju. Stop. Juju. It's a targeted troll to people who run around and have been running around saying Jayson Tatum is trash when we obviously know that's not the case. You just admitted, Juju, that even though he won the championship last year, you thought he was trash. You thought he was trash during the Olympics, and you think he's trash right now. So what I'm saying is, if you think he's trash, Juju, then he's a byproduct of Michael Jordan. And just because Jordan may have successfully mentored others does not mean he's doing a good job with Jayson Tatum. So you can run down all the names you want of other people who you think Jordan successfully mentored. That does not give him an excuse for what's going on with a guy that you say is trash in Jayson Tatum. Remember, you said Jayson Tatum was trash.
I'm not giving him any excuse for it. But I'm not giving him any excuse.
I'm not giving you an excuse either. I'm giving you there's difference between an excuse and a reason. So the thing is, if I go into a basketball game and I go out there and I haven't been in the lab practicing and I haven't been doing nothing, I go in that basketball game and I go 0 for 19 from the three-point line, that's not an excuse. But the reason for me missing them threes is I was not in the lab practicing. The reason why Tatum is playing like this, well, what's he doing in the lab? Who is guiding him in the lab? Well, behind the scenes, it's Michael Jordan and his trainers guiding him in that lab. And this is the product that we're getting. You just don't like the fact that it's just Jordan the one guiding them behind the scenes in that lab because you're trying to find a way to make it a positive for Jordan. So this whole time, all you've been saying is you've been trying to create ways to separate Jordan from the mentorship role. Not once have I done that. Jordan was a mid-range player. Tatum ain't out there shooting mid-range players, so it can't be him taking Jordan advice. You're desperately grasping for straws.
That's when you was trolling saying that Tatum played like. That's when you was trolling saying Tatum played like Jordan. That's when you was trolling saying
like
that.
Jordan. That's not what I said. That was Johnny.
Oh God, there you go.
I think it defeats the bad faith argument of Jordan making Scottie Pippen and all of these bad narratives that we've heard for decades now. It kind of goes against that narrative. So people want to disassociate Michael Jordan from anything bad. That's LeBron's position. They put LeBron there. Like he said, he can say he was trolling, but he used all the same typical Michael Jordan fan talking points against LeBron. So whether or not you was trolling or not, which I don't believe you, I think you're full of shit. But still, you used all those same talking points because that's typically what all y'all do. Is anything LeBron do is to tear it down and to build up anything Jordan or Kobe ever done in their careers.
Bro,
At the end of the day,
this guy talks about slanders Jordan all the time on this channel. What are you talking about? What we do?
At the end of the day,
like,
bro,
what are you talking about?
At the end of the day, bro, all of these players, they're not perfect. They're all human beings at the end of the day. They're going to make mistakes and everything that comes with being a human. But for some reason, y'all just hold LeBron. Like I heard you bring up 2011, and you said that LeBron he don't know how to close
Okay,
games
why
out.
did I bring that up?
Clutch. No, just allow me to finish, and then you can go. But I'm just saying, like this is typically what people do when it comes to LeBron James. Is you guys don't see anything good that he does. You only look for the negatives. LeBron, like Lamont alluded to earlier, LeBron is
What
not
do you,
playing anymore.
bro? I got
He's at
LeBron number
home.
2 all time. I don't know what you're
Yet,
talking about.
people still talking about him. I saw those same things that Lamont saw regarding Jayson Tatum. They just crowbarred LeBron James into the conversation. Like I just don't understand the logic. And this generation here, this has to be the worst basketball fan base generation in basketball history. It's not even close. This is the worst one. They talk about rings too much and team success, and they associate that to one player. I heard people say that Jordan never had any help. He just basically did it all by himself. Like
That's
you
cap.
get the stupidest basketball fans in history in this generation, and that's why I love Lamont channel. Lamont, you always gonna be one of my favorite channels, bro. But that's why I don't come up here a lot. Because there's some of the stupidest motherfuckers that I ever heard talk basketball that jump on your channel. And you do a good job with frying them. But at the end of the day, they gonna keep coming. They like parasites, bro. They need you to attach themselves to you so they can spew a negative basketball. Like they don't say nothing good about today's NBA. They don't say nothing good about the players. Everything is just all negative, and it's becoming sickening at this point. That's why I don't like talking to these people.
The dinosaurs.
I agree with that last part you said. That's facts.
This nigga is 40 years old and people still talking about this nigga.
Now he got to win championships, or he can't be the GOAT at 40. So a salute to Khalil, y'all. That's what we're gonna let it in on Khalil take, man. Khalil always come through, man, with the common sense approach takes, man, and always cooking, man. So salute to Khalil for coming through at the end. Olo, I know you came up, man. My bad, Olo. We got to shut it down on your way up, man. But make sure also, y'all, just as a reminder, because I'm gonna be doing a live stream about it pretty soon here. When I think I might do a live stream either Saturday or Sunday, but there's a documentary that came out. Obviously, a lot of y'all know Gilbert Arenas. He's closely affiliated with the show, but he has a documentary called Untold Shooting Guards on Netflix, and this has been in the work for a while. And you know, he had an incident with one of his good buddies in that locker room, and you know, if you haven't watched it, make sure you go check out the documentary Untold on Netflix. We're going to be doing a reaction to it after I watch it. We're going to do a breakdown of it because he's giving us that behind the scenes look, you know. Now that all the legal troubles for everybody involved and how it unfolded for everybody is passed and what Gil's has become and, you know, all the other parties involved. And it's just crazy how deep this intertwines with other instances and other things that was going on. It's crazy how deep this gets involved, but make sure y'all go check it out on Netflix. Untold. Gilbert Arenas is in it. Yeah, Javaris Crittenton is out, but he's out. He's doing well. He's doing his thing, and you know, obviously everybody knows what Gil is doing. Hold on. Peter Bagjuice who stayed in the comments all stream. He says, Lamont, you was the one talking all that Lakers got 2-9. What is patter? I don't know what a patter is. Patter player talk and how nobody, including OKC, wanted to see him in the playoffs. No, OKC, nobody wanted to see. I mean, if you just think about it, think about what Ant-Man said after he beat the Lakers. He said, we just beat Luka and LeBron, the two best closers in the game. He said, who the fuck else we got to worry about? And I want to know, no matter what.
I'm not gonna lie, he's yapping. Okay, so
hold on. But why does everybody got to be yapping just because it's something positive about LeBron?
That's what they do.
All of
That's
a
what
sudden,
it's not about.
Hold on, Juju. What I'm saying is, he was having a conversation with his boys. He was just sitting back having a regular conversation. This literally tells you how good both these guys are. And when he sits back after the realization that as a 6 seed, you just took out the 3 seed and he called the two best closers in the NBA. That's what he called them. He says, we just beat Luka and LeBron. He said, who the fuck? Because he knows, just like everybody else in the league knows, combating two players of that degree is very hard. And just like the Lakers shows you, it takes a lot of self-inflicted wounds to lose with that much talent, because the Lakers did not lose because Minnesota did anything good. The Lakers lost because the Lakers and JJ Redick and that coaching staff did everything wrong. So again, he knows that they got away with one. He knows that they beat two really good players, and he even said it. And those are the types of comments I wish people would start taking more seriously. These players understand, nobody in their right mind wants to see no Luka and LeBron walk in and you got to beat them in the playoffs. Because if JJ doesn't unravel, they should have won that series. So Peter said it wasn't that hard gentleman sweep. I know. I mean, if that's what you want to side with, everybody loses.
Yeah, but they disregard what the players say, Lamont. They more right than the people that actually was on the court with LeBron and Luka and all these players. They would much rather disregard them, and we have to believe them. Like this Peter Bag Juice, dude, you a couch potato. Like nobody knows you. No one gives a fuck about your opinion.
Man, keep cooking.
I would much
Keep
rather
cooking,
listen
man.
to Anthony Edwards, who literally just came off the floor with them, than you.
The nigga on the couch. Thank you. Keep cooking.
That's it. And what we also take away from is the fact that motherfucker Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, and Nas Reed, them motherfuckers, and Jaden McDaniel, they played out of their mind. Like sometimes you got to shake their hand. They had it going. Julius Randle made himself unstoppable. Ant-Man late in games was dominant. McDaniel's 2 30-point games, something nobody expected. Rudy Gobert, everybody had been down on Rudy Gobert, calling him a bum, fake defensive player of the year. That motherfucker had damn near a 30-20 game. Bro, sometimes you just got to shake the other team's hands, because an element to losing is the other team also has the hoop as well. They also did something right as well. So, yeah, although the Lakers did a lot of stuff that made it hard for them to win, Minnesota took it from them. And when y'all sit here and try to make it seem like it was LeBron choking or this, that, and the other, then y'all just don't want to give credit where credit is due. We got Joe Ray in the chat. I haven't seen Joe Ray in here before. He says, the way these playoffs looking, if the Lakers had won round one, they was winning it all. Yeah, I do. Huge missed opportunity. Yeah, I agree. I do agree right there. I think they would have. I mean, obviously the Warriors would have been a tall task, but I think for whatever reason they had the Warriors number because they got a lot of big defenders. But look, yeah, I'm about to get to this game. I'm gonna check the rest of this game out. I got to get.
Did Edwards come back?
I don't know. I haven't even checked out the game since that happened. So I'm about to check out the game. Hopefully, if something crazy happened, we'll be back live tomorrow, hopefully, to talk about it. But as y'all know, today is Thursday, so make sure tomorrow y'all gonna be tuning in to GOAT James Kingdom Friday Night Exposure. So people like Juju, if you feel like GOAT James Kingdom got the one up on you today, man, that's the time to come debate GOAT James Kingdom on Fridays, man, when he does his Friday Night Exposure show.
Okay.
Or you could just set up the head-to-head debate, man. If you really want a head-to-head debate, man, we can do it on FYF Sports, man. You can just get him up out of here if you think you can.
Do it to him.
I'll probably come on Friday.
No, don't be scared. No.
I don't do the debate shit.
Oh, man.
I don't do these debates.
Crazy, man. You cannot. Don't back out of it, man. Don't back out of it, man. It's just a debate. But
that's your lane.
But Juju, I appreciate you pulling up, though. Appreciate you cooking, man. Olo also is same for you, one of the top supporters of the channel. Appreciate you pulling up, but we got to shut this one down right now. We gotta,
yes, sir.
Got some stuff to do. But I will be back live. Hopefully, I know GOAT James Kingdom has a show tomorrow. Make sure y'all check it out. But I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow morning, maybe. I don't know yet. I gotta double check. So we will see, man. We will see how it goes. Salute to everybody in the chat that stuck around, man. We was live almost 4 hours. Should be some good games coming up. I think there's only one game tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta double check, man. And make sure y'all tune in Saturday, man. Saturday is gonna be my birthday, y'all. And I'm gonna be doing that show. I'm gonna be doing the greatest moments on FYF show. So we're gonna be reflecting and recollecting on all the greatest moments here on FYF Sports, man. Along with talking about all these sports topics and debates and things of that nature, man. Max says 2 games tomorrow. All right, so definitely. He says we got Athena Pay. Says LeBum having you guys think losing is okay. Who thinks losing is okay? I don't know what that means, but Athena Pay, man. When we drop the link, that'll be your opportunity to come up here and explain it. I mean, I don't get why people make statements like this. I mean, I thought Jordan fans thought losing was okay when you guys ignored all of Bill Russell's championships and winning. Right? I thought losing was okay when you guys ignored Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's resume. A lot more winning, a lot more scoring, a lot more MVPs. So again, I mean, if anybody set the standard for losing is okay, it would be from Jordan fans who labeled Jordan as the GOAT before he even had 6 titles. Y'all the ones made Jordan a GOAT when he had like 1 title. I guess losing was okay. Because y'all the ones set this standard. Y'all cannot set this standard and get mad when other people follow your standard. Y'all standard was to label people the GOAT irregardless of winning. If you wanted winners as the GOAT, then you would have made Bill Russell the GOAT. You would have left Kareem as the GOAT. Y'all don't want winners as GOATs. Y'all want best players, optics. So if you go off best player and not the best winner, well, that's why people say LeBron is the GOAT. Because y'all changed the narrative. And I know Jordan's career ended 6-0. That's not when he was labeled the GOAT. He was labeled the GOAT before he had 6 championships. He was labeled the GOAT even before, in some cases, before he had 1 championship. So don't get mad because y'all set the standard. And you guys can easily fix that standard by coming on here to FYF Sports. You can redo your top 10 list, and I want to see y'all have people like Sam Jones, John Havlicek, and Bill Russell as your GOATs to show respect for winners. I want to see you guys put Scottie Pippen in your top 10. Undefeated in NBA Finals. If you guys are not willing to do those things, you're just lying. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. He says, y'all stat merchant. All right. Yeah, I guess. All right. I guess everybody in NBA is a stat merchant because I don't know one NBA player without stats. He says, did you say Jordan was the GOAT? Seems like you're a liar. Jordan's my GOAT, but not because of 6-0. I've told you guys why I have Jordan as the GOAT. I simplified it. But see, you guys don't listen. And I think when you guys hear that Jordan is the GOAT, you automatically assume it's because 6-0. 6-0 is not a good stat. 6-0 is not a stat. How many championships you win has never been a stat. That's a team stat. The only people that should be saying 6-0 are organizations. When that trophy goes home, that trophy goes to the team. It don't go to a player. The only things that go to player are individual awards and accolades. Jordan has all his MVP trophies at home. Jordan don't got none of the Chicago Bulls championships at home. He can't take that home. That ain't his. That's the team's. Y'all be wanting to give team success to individuals. Team success is primarily based on luck. It is not necessarily based on how good you are. But this is how y'all see the game. So we can talk about it more. Hopefully we can catch some of y'all live tomorrow. Appreciate everybody pulling up today. It was a really good stream, man. Good numbers all around the board. Salute to everybody that pulled up over on Twitch to check the stream out. Everybody that watched over on FYF Sports Clips. Let's give a quick rundown of everybody that came through in the super chat, man. We got Mon Wright came through with the first super chat of the day. Salute. We have Dennis Murray, who also came through in the super chat. He's also been on the panel before. Salute to Dennis Murray with the $10 super chat. We got Eminem ATL came through with the $9.99 super chat to support. Hitman X always supporting, came through with the $4.99 super chat. Same with Eminem ATL. We had Trucking of the USA come through with a $10 super chat. And then we had King Angel. King Angel came through with the last super chat of the day. And I appreciate everybody that's coming through to support, man. I see that a lot of you guys are also subbing up to our other channel, FYF Sports Clips. So it's much appreciated with y'all showing that support, man. And the support, and it's one of the reasons why I've been making it an effort to keep these lives up and going, man. Y'all been supporting, man. Y'all been showing up, man. Y'all been engaging, whether you agree or disagree. So we keep the content coming. Antonio Green says this is a Jordan hate channel. I mean, I don't know how I can have Jordan as the GOAT and hate him, Antonio Green. I just think sometimes y'all don't like the truth. Yeah, but there's no hate. You know, I don't know why we would hate Jordan. I think you guys correlate hate with I don't agree with you. That's all it is. Yeah. So he says, stop lying. He says, you don't have Jordan. Yeah. Well, it's on video, Serge. So all you got to do is actually go watch my videos. I got top 10 videos. So all you got to do is watch them. It'll tell you. And salute to Mario, y'all. But look, y'all, we're going to shut this one down. It's FYF Sports, y'all. It's another great podcast episode, y'all. We're going to be back with more sports and news. But until then, man, it's FYF Sports. And we out, man. Let's get up out of here.